following is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Radio Network. Welcome to Omaha in the 2023 College World Series. LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is on the air.
The 0-2 pitch. Called strike three. Struck him out.
Live from Charles Schwab Field, this is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wow. Launch to left center field. See ya. Don't pitch to Dylan Cruz.
Brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers.
Hit in the air, down the line and left. Stay fair ball. Stay fair ball. And it is 3-run blast. And the Tigers take the lead.
The excitement of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball in the 2023 NCAA College World Series comes alive on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Leading you up to first pitch, this is the Fighting Tiger on Deck Show with scores, matchups, and a visit with head coach Jay Johnson. Now, from Charles Schwab Field in downtown Omaha, for the call of the game, here are Bill Franquez, Doug Thompson, and the voice of your Fighting Tigers, Chris Blair.
It's Survival Tuesday here in Omaha. 2 of the 3 SEC teams making their way to the College World Series will battle again. The winner stays alive. The loser starts planning for 2024. And for the 5th time this year, 2nd time in 4 days, it will be Tennessee taking on your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair, along with Tiger champion Doug Thompson, Mr. LSU Baseball, Bill Franquez, along with our straw stirring the drink back in the Capital One studios, Mr. Taylor Sharp, welcoming you once again to Charles Schwab Field here at downtown Omaha for tonight's play-by-play story. In 4 meetings this year, LSU has found the winning ingredients against the Volunteers on 3 occasions, taking 2 of 3 back in early April in Baton Rouge and a 6-3 grinder this past Saturday here in Omaha. Tennessee bounced back yesterday, sent Stanford home, while LSU lost a nail-biter to Wake Forest last night, 3-2. Tonight, it's all about survival. LSU will send out junior left-hander Nate Ackenhausen, making his 16th appearance on the mound, but first start ever as a Tiger. Tennessee has their regular Game 3 starter going tonight in sophomore right-hander Drew Beam. So find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage. It's an all-SEC affair once again here in the College World Series on a Tuesday night. Elimination on the line. It's Tennessee. It's LSU. And it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval.
1
Terms
2 1
and
2.
conditions may apply.
Live from Omaha. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Any more volume? No, a little less maybe. All right. Yeah.
For you. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks.
1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Yes.
That good?
That's good. Perfect. Thank you.
Even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all new, all awesome perks. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Coverage of LSU in the College World Series continues on the Fighting Tiger on Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here in Omaha, LSU versus Tennessee. The winner advances to play Wake Forest tomorrow night. As we're joined now for Talking with Tigers by LSU assistant coach and recruiting coordinator Josh Jordan. And Coach, quite a game last night. Tigers falling just short of Wake Forest 3-2. Just your thoughts on the way the team competed and how you guys bounced back today.
Yeah, first of all, I mean, the game was as be expected. Two really good teams going at it. The margins of error are thin. Thought everyone competed great on our side of the baseball. And you know, again, a ball here, you know, strike there, a ball put in play, you know, just the way the game goes. Again, but I think the people in the stadium last night got a tremendous baseball game and two really talented teams really competing very well.
Well, absolutely. It was a great ball game. And tonight, of course, LSU must defeat Tennessee to remain in the tournament. And I know the message afterwards was from Coach Jay Johnson was that, you know, the task does seem daunting. You got to win 3 straight games to get to Saturday, but it's something that has been done in the past.
Well, it's been done in the past, but I know one thing: you can't do it if you can't go out and win inning one of today's ball game. So we'll focus on winning pitch one, inning one, and then from that moment forward, move pitch to pitch, inning to inning, and then see where we are at the end of the day. But like Coach Johnson alluded to last night, we got 9 guys available, all very capable of going out there and putting up zeros, and we've got an offense that's very capable of putting up runs. And like I said, we've never got on a plane or a bus to go anywhere to lose, and we don't anticipate doing that tonight here.
So, Coach, the catcher position tonight, Alex Milazzo gets the start. Coach Johnson tells me that Hayden's a little banged up, so Alex will be the starter behind the plate. And, of course, I know you're very comfortable with him, for what he can do for your pitching staff and offensively as well.
No question. Both those guys down the stretch here have been catcher 1A, 1B. You know, and it really come down to matchup a lot of times on who was starting and who was getting the time. And I have full confidence in Alex Milazzo and, you know, Hayden Travinsky, you know, again, just the toughness really he displayed last night. He, like Coach Johnson alluded to, a little banged up, and feel like today Alex gives us best chance to win. And there's no doubt in my mind that the pitching staff has a lot of confidence in Alex Milazzo. They've seen what he's been able to do, just like the fans have. And so, again, I feel fully prepared behind the plate in terms of the game plan and what we need to do to help our pitcher be successful.
All right, Coach, really appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Coach Josh Jordan with us as we're talking with Tigers prior to tonight's matchup with Tennessee. A lot more to come after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back to Omaha and the College World Series on the Fighting Tiger on Deck Show with a check of the latest action at Charles Schwab Field. Here is Bill Francis on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We're back at Charles Schwab Field here in Omaha, LSU versus Tennessee in an elimination game. Second time these clubs will meet here in Omaha, and the fifth time they'll meet this season. LSU has won 3 of the 4 previous meetings with the Volunteers in 2023, including a 6-3 victory back on Saturday here at the Men's College World Series. Let's get you up to date on what has happened so far here in Omaha. There are 5 teams remaining of the original 8. 3 teams now have been eliminated. Virginia was eliminated back on Sunday, losing their first 2 games. Stanford was eliminated yesterday by this Tennessee club by a final score of 6-4. So the Cardinal out of the College World Series after 2 games. And in the game that just finished before ours today, Oral Roberts was eliminated by TCU. TCU defeats Oral Roberts by a final score of 6-1. So a great Cinderella season for a number 4 seed in Oral Roberts ends today as the Horned Frogs stay alive with a 6-1 victory in bracket 1. So in bracket 1, this is how it sets up now. Florida, which has won its first 2 games, is in the driver's seat in bracket 1. The Gators just need 1 win over TCU either tomorrow or on Thursday if necessary, and the Gators will advance to Saturday's Championship Series Game 1. So TCU now, by virtue of its win over Oral Roberts, must beat Florida twice in order to reach Saturday's Championship Series Game number 1. So Florida and TCU will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If Florida wins that game, they don't play again until Saturday in Game 1 of the Championship Series. If TCU wins tomorrow, then Florida and TCU play again on Thursday, and the winner of that game would advance to the Championship Series. Meanwhile, in bracket 2, which of course is LSU's bracket, as I just mentioned, Tennessee eliminated Stanford yesterday by a final score of 6-4. LSU in the winner's bracket game suffered a 3-2 loss to Wake Forest. So now Wake Forest is in the driver's seat in bracket 2. They won't play again until tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and they'll face the winner of this game between LSU and Tennessee. The LSU-Tennessee loser tonight is eliminated from the College World Series. The winner of tonight's game stays alive and will face Wake Forest tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. The winner of tonight's game between LSU and Tennessee must defeat Wake Forest twice. If the LSU-Tennessee winner beats Wake Forest tomorrow night at 6, Wake Forest and the LSU-Tennessee winner play again Thursday night at 6, and then that winner would advance to the College World Series Championship Series, which begins on Saturday. So that's where we stand right now. Very simply, LSU must win tonight to keep its 2023 season alive. If the Tigers do win tonight, they will face Wake Forest tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. They must win that game and then defeat Wake Forest again on Thursday at 6 o'clock in order to get to the weekend championship series. So a lot of work to do, Chris, but certainly it's been done before. It's been done by this LSU program just 6 years ago. So hopefully the Tigers will be ready for what should be a big-time challenge from Tennessee.
Well, Bill, we maybe overuse the must-win throughout a regular season, but without question tonight, it is a must-win for LSU to keep their season going. That's a check around the College World Series presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? Well, we're ready here at Charles Schwab Field, getting ready for LSU and Tennessee coming up just after the 6 o'clock hour. When we come back, we'll talk about the pitching matchup, the starters for both the Volunteers and the Tigers. That was the biggest question walking out of the ballpark last night. who would be on the bump to get it started for LSU? Well, Doug Thompson coming up will tell us who it is and what to expect. That's all as we continue leading you up to first pitch here in Omaha. It's LSU and Tennessee meeting for the second time in 4 days after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details. Hey Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
Before LSU takes the field in Omaha, time to take a look at the game's starting pitchers. Here is Tiger champ Doug Thompson on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Charles Schwab Field here in Omaha for Game 10. Your Fighting Tigers getting set to do battle against the Tennessee Volunteers for the 5th time this season. The Tigers will face Drew Beam, the starter for the Vols, a sophomore, 6'4", 208 pounds. His fastball is going to sit 93 to 98 miles an hour. He throws a curveball, changeup, and a cutter. His curveball will be in the high 70s, low 80s. Changeup is in the high 80s, and that cutter will be 88 to 92 miles an hour. He went 4 innings against the Tigers earlier this year. He gave up 8 hits and 6 runs, but only one of those runs were earned. He had 4 strikeouts and no walks. Tigers going to look to jump out on him early and often is the key to success. And then LSU is going to counter with Nate Ackenhausen. Ackenhausen will make his first start of the year. He comes in with a 3.63 ERA. He's 2-0 in 15 games. He's worked 22 1/3 innings. He's allowed 16 hits, only 9 earned runs. He has 13 walks and 24 strikeouts. The numbers are in Ackenhausen's favor. Him, Cooper, and Griffin Herring likely pitchers we'll see today because the Vols are hitting .259 against lefties this season, Chris.
All right, so again, for tonight's game, it'll be sophomore right-hander Drew Beam and sophomore lefty Nate Ackenhausen for the Volunteers and the Tigers. We'll continue with more, leading you up to first pitch. Crowd again starting to make their way in. You see the orange, you certainly see the purple and gold. It'll be a great atmosphere, and more than likely, like all of the games so far here in the College World Series, it will be another great contest. When we come back, Bill Franquez had a chance to visit with Tiger head coach Jay Johnson, get his thoughts on this elimination game, later the starting lineups, and then first pitch, Volunteers and Tigers here in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxair.com to learn about working with Luxair. The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers! The Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods. Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
The action of LSU in the College World Series is coming up. But first, a visit with the top Tiger, head coach Jay Johnson. Presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. Standing by with Coach, here again is Chris Blair.
Back here in Omaha at Charles Schwab Field, LSU versus Tennessee in the College World Series. Time to visit now with LSU head coach Jay Johnson. And Coach, last night the Tigers just being edged by Wake Forest 3-2. Just a great college baseball game, extremely competitive. You guys obviously played at a high level, but just fell a little bit short.
Yeah, great game, as you said. The difference is, we had a chance there in the eighth to get a clutch hit and did not, and they did. And good teams make it hard on you. They did from the mound. They pitched extremely well, as did we, and got to bounce back, be ready to go today.
Coach, of course, the message afterwards was that this certainly is a tough task, but not insurmountable. It's been done before. You did it at Arizona in 2016. LSU did it in 2017. So right now you got to win 3 games, but it's one pitch at a time.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's kind of a mantra within the program and designed for a purpose, and purposes like this. If you get too far ahead of yourself and move away from the big picture, it can get a little daunting. But if you just stack up pitches and stack up innings the way this team has all year, that gives us our best chance.
You, of course, had a lot of options as far as your pitching is concerned. Just tell us about your decision that you and Coach West made about who you want to start and the plan for the day.
Yeah, we're going to go with Nate Ackenhausen. Nate statistically has been one of our best pitchers. When he pitches, we typically win. Over the next 2 days, we're going to have to use a lot of guys. And so we want him to give us our best shot, recover well, and be ready to go tomorrow.
And, of course, this will be the 5th meeting this season with Tennessee. You're very familiar with their players, obviously. Drew Beam, the starting pitcher, LSU faced him in Game 3 in the regular season, had some success against him. What makes him such an effective pitcher?
Yeah, he's got a great fastball, up to 97 miles an hour, and one of the better breaking balls in college baseball. So we got to hit our mistakes when we get them. Have to be disciplined in the zone. He's going to throw strikes, so you're going to have to hit the mistakes when you get them and just make him fight once he gets to 2 strikes with that curveball.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck today against the Vols.
Awesome. Thanks, Bill.
All right, Coach Jay Johnson with us. The Tigers getting set to face Tennessee here in Omaha. LSU looking to get a victory tonight and move on to face Wake Forest again tomorrow night. So stay with us. Got a lot more to come, including tonight's starting lineups after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
First pitch is just around the corner here in Omaha. Time to take a look at the starting lineups on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Getting ready for Tennessee and LSU here at Charles Schwab Field. Meeting for the second time here in the College World Series. Taking a look at the starting lineups. Again, Tennessee designated the home team in tonight's matchup. Vols 44-21 on the season. They'll lead it off with Maui Ahuna, the shortstop, a junior batting .301. Hunter Inslee will be in center field. He'll bat second with a .289 average. Jared Dickey will be in left field batting third. Griffin Merritt, again the DH for the Vols, will bat cleanup. Christian Moore at second base will bat in the 5-hole. Blake Burke at first base will bat sixth. Zane Denton will be at third base batting seventh. And Christian Scott, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Kyle Stark will be behind the plate catching. Junior with a .178 average will bat ninth. Now for the Fighting Tigers of LSU, again 49-16 their overall record. Dylan Cruz again will lead things off, the junior batting .427. He'll be in center field. Tommy White at third base, sophomore hitting .377. Trey Morgan will bat third. He'll be at first base. That's been the lineup for the longest period down the stretch. Morgan batting .316. Little change after that. Gavin Dugas will be put in as the cleanup hitter. He'll play second base. The senior hitting .286. Cade Beloso, the DH, will remain in the 5 spot. Jordan Thompson moves up a couple of spots. He'll bat sixth, the shortstop for the Tigers. Braden Joubert will stay in the 7-hole and play right field. Alex Milazzo gets the start tonight behind the dish. He'll bat eighth, and Josh Pearson in left field will bat ninth. That's a look at the starting lineups for both the Volunteers and the Tigers. When we come back, it's time for first pitch on a Tuesday night here in Omaha on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
Unrivaled content, unprecedented access. LSU Gold, powered by Bayou Traditions, is the only place for exclusive behind-the-scenes content featuring your favorite LSU teams. It's all access to the Tigers all year long, from pregame warm-ups to postgame celebrations and every moment in between. You can watch LSU Gold anywhere, anytime, and on your favorite device. Go to lsu.gold today to sign up for your free 7-day trial, so you can be there for each step of LSU's championship journeys. That's lsu.gold.
17 SEC titles.
The stretch by Mars of the pitch.
35 NCAA regional appearances.
Swung on the hit the right field. That's way back there. Way back there.
19 trips to the College World Series.
Hold on! Tigers win!
The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Here we are back at Charles Schwab Field getting ready for Tennessee and LSU. They've sung the national anthem. The fans have made their way to the seats, although a little thinner crowd here as we're just moments away from first pitch in the second meeting between the Vols and the Tigers. Again, this will be the 5th meeting this season. And we said it when we arrived here last Wednesday, Bill Franquez, that 3 SEC teams are coming. We knew we would face Tennessee in the opening game. If you play really well in this bracket, bracket 2 as they call it, a chance to possibly play another SEC team in bracket 1. Florida's had a great start here in Omaha, but no surprise. You're going to face SEC teams because it's that kind of league.
Oh, absolutely. Jay Johnson talks about it all year long, the 10-week grind in the SEC. There's no let-up. Every weekend is a huge challenge, and it prepares you for the postseason, and LSU has played very well in this postseason. 6 straight wins in the regional and super regional, winning game 1 in the College World Series to get that 6th straight win. Suffered a setback last night, and it was a highly competitive game, but now the Tigers have an opportunity to face Tennessee again. Tennessee, though it's not a top 8 national seed, certainly a team that is extremely talented. Was in Omaha 2 years ago, arguably had the best team in the country last year, and fell short of the College World Series, losing in a super regional to Notre Dame. This year they go on the road for the regional at Clemson and win it, go on the road for the super regional at Southern Miss and win it, and here they are in Omaha. They suffered a loss to LSU on Saturday, but came back yesterday, falling behind Stanford 4-0, but roaring back and getting a 6-4 victory to stay alive and meet the Tigers here this evening.
Doug, here's something to take into consideration, and you have to when you come to this ballpark. It's cavernous. There's a lot of ground in the outfield to cover. The first meeting on Saturday between Tennessee and LSU, for most of the evening, the wind was blowing out left to right, right to left. Last night in the game against Wake Forest, the wind howling in towards home plate. Very similar here as we get ready for this evening's action. And in that first meeting with LSU and Tennessee, there were 3 home runs combined for those 3 teams. Nate Ackenhausen getting his first start as a Tiger. And, of course, Drew Beam going for Tennessee. It's going to be tough to just be able to get up there and bash baseballs over the fence tonight, it appears.
Yeah, with the wind, if it stays like that, but remember late last night in the end of that game, it kind of shifted out to left center field. So the real battle for the outfielders, other than the wind, of course, is the sun, and specifically for that left fielder, Josh Pearson. But no, I don't expect the long ball to be a big factor, especially early on, again, if the wind continues to blow as it is right now, which is dead end from center field.
You know, one of the things that I enjoy about this job is hanging out with Bill Franquez and Doug Thompson, who both have experienced LSU baseball for a long time and up close and personal. And you guys were having the discussion about you get to this part. It's not impossible, certainly doable and has been done, but it takes somebody you don't expect to come up big when you come to Omaha. An opportunity here tonight for the regular cast of characters, and as we said, somebody else you're not expecting.
Bill, you and I were going back and forth with Ben Saxon and Nolan Kane and different guys that not necessarily Eric Berthelot in 1997, guys that maybe were midweek starters or had a different type of role than a starter throughout the season, but when in the postseason, especially this tournament, every year it seems that the LSU Tigers win a national championship, someone unexpectedly steps up and is a hero for at least a day.
You're right. Someone, in fact, more than someone, several guys in that bullpen are going to have to step up and perhaps do something that they haven't done all year and rise to the occasion and keep LSU alive in this tournament. Nate Ackenhausen gets the first opportunity, but guys like Javen Coleman, Christian Little, Blake Money, Griffin Herring, all those guys are going to be counted upon. Bryce Collins is another one. All those guys will be counted upon in some fashion if LSU is to continue to advance through the rest of this week. It's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. But Jay Johnson's confident it can be done. He did it as the head coach at Arizona in 2016 in this exact same situation. We know as LSU fans that LSU did it in 2017 in this exact same situation. So it can be done. Obviously, it's a very daunting task, but as Jay just told us, one pitch at a time.
That's it. You can't look too far ahead.
Right.
It's every out, and you get the next out. That's the only way you can play this game. And hopefully we see these Tigers jump out early as the visitors on Drew Beam.
Before we get started here on this Tuesday evening, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. It's LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball, the LSU Sports Radio Network, and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
1.
Back with you inside the booth, Doug Thompson, Bill Franquez, Chris Blair, our producer Taylor Sharp. We are ready to go. Both teams getting ready as well. Both coaches met with our umpires down at home plate. The field is prepped. And again, the crowd still kind of making their way in. Maybe a late arriving crowd here after a little more celebration in downtown Omaha on this Tuesday afternoon, headed into the evening hours. Tennessee now will take to the field. They'll be in their smoke gray Tennessee jerseys. That's the jersey they love. And for LSU, they're going with the championship gold, as it were. Gold jerseys, white pants, traditional LSU purple lids. One of the things that stands out, and we had this discussion on air towards the end of last night's game in the loss 3-2 to Wake Forest, and a lot of conversation joined by a lot of Tiger fans coast to coast on who would get the start in this very important game to stay alive here in the College World Series. And the one thing that I liked about what Bill mentioned a minute ago, Doug, is the arms in the bullpen that are lefties that we have not seen yet. Because this is a Tennessee team, while very potent offensively, not as potent with a left-handed pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, look for Coleman, Herring, and of course Riley Cooper in this game at some point. And that's going to be where I think the heaviest amount of work lies on all those lefties. But of course, there are some right-handers down there as well, like Blake Money.
Bill, I mentioned they're potent, but maybe not as potent from the left side. And you took a look at it.
Yeah.
And I got to believe some of that went into the decision-making to give Nate Ackenhausen his first start.
Oh, absolutely. Just looking at Tennessee's situational statistics, their splits going into the College World Series against left-handers, they were hitting only .259 on the year. Against right-handers, hitting .297. So obviously much better against right-handed pitching than against left-handed pitching. And Coach Jay Johnson and his staff, of course, scout the opponent extensively, so they're very aware of the fact that LSU may have an advantage with left-handed pitching against this fall's lineup. The only guy who's had a lot of success against lefties is Christian Moore, the Tennessee second baseman. He's hitting .368 against left-handed pitching, but the rest of the lineup has not had a great deal of success against southpaws.
So the final warm-up tosses by Drew Beam. Again, Tennessee, the home team, because the NCAA tournament believes they haven't been the home team yet, so they need to be a home team. So they will be tonight. Tigers will be in the first base dugout. Volunteers in the third base dugout. Again, the wind howling towards home plate as Dylan Cruz will dig in, and we are moments away from getting underway as Cruz batting .427 on the season. So far here in Omaha, batting .250 in the College World Series.
He's 2 for 8 so far.
Beam, the right-hander, looks in. He winds and fires. And the first delivery is a called strike. We are underway. Time of first pitch, 6:07 Central Time. Home plate umpire David Savage. First base, Travis Renegard. Jeff Head, the SEC veteran, at second base. And the much maligned Casey Moser down the line at third. That pitch missed, and it's an even count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Moser, of course, in case you were living under a rock, was the home plate umpire last night in the Wake Forest LSU game. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, missed inside at the hands. That'll make it 2-1 now to Dylan Cruz.
2 balls, 1 strike.
They started off with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and Cruz let it go, then 2 breaking balls to back it up.
Beam looks in. Now the 2-1 pitch to Cruz. A swing and a miss. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far in the NCAA tournament, going back to the regional action in Baton Rouge, Dylan batting .481, 13 of 27. 2-2 the count. Beam takes his time and now will fire. And it missed low. Good take by Dylan Cruz. Last night, Cruz 0 for 3. Did extend the reach base streak to 69 games by way of walk.
Beam shook twice to that fastball inside and missed low.
3-2. Foul back just above us to the right. And Cruz fights it off and remains full 3-2.
Drew Beam has pitched very well for Tennessee in NCAA tournament play. He's 2-0 in 2 starts with a 1.5 ERA, 17 strikeouts in 12 innings in the regional and super regional combined.
Another payoff pitch, and it missed. And Dylan Cruz will trot his way to first base, and Beam gives up a leadoff walk, and the Tigers get a runner aboard to get things started here. You mentioned Beam and his performance so far in the postseason. He was absolutely dominant against Southern Miss in his appearance in Hattiesburg. He had the Golden Eagles off balance the entire affair. Of course, we saw Drew Beam back in early April in Baton Rouge, where the Volunteers got the win 14-7 to avoid a sweep to the Tigers, but his numbers not impressive. There's a strike on the offering to Tommy White, and it's 0-1. In fact, 8 hits, 6 runs, only 1 earned. But again, Tennessee got a 10-0 lead there in the top of the first inning. That game lopsided from the very word go. The 0-1 to White, swing and a miss. A breaking ball. Falls behind in the count 0-2.
Being benefited in that April 1st contest from an early 10-0 lead put up by his offense. He went just 4 innings against the Tigers, and LSU did have some success against him, but he is a very talented pitcher, as evidenced by his last 2 appearances.
Cruz off and running. Nope, now he's trying to get back to first. The throw, and he just beat it back. My goodness, he was off and running. The pitch was high to Tommy White, but it allowed Cal Stark to rise, field, and fire to first. Luckily, Cruz using the speed to get under the tag. It's 1-2 now to Tommy White. Huge sigh of relief, as you heard by Doug Thompson, and thousands of Tiger fans here at the ballpark. Here's a toss over to first to get Cruz a little closer to the bag. Still 1-2 to Tommy White.
Tigers have not attempted a steal in this College World Series. In fact, LSU has not attempted a steal in the NCAA tournament.
Wow. Cruz at first, nobody out, top of the first. The 1-2 to White. Off speed, but a called strike at the letters inner half, and Tommy White down on strikes. 1 gone here in the top of the first.
Looked up from here. See the replay? Yeah. I think that was up.
So Trey Morgan certainly put in the effort last night in that tough loss. Will stand in. Morgan at the plate, 2 for 4. And another throw over to keep an eye on Dylan Cruz from Beam. One away, early going here, top of the first inning. Tigers defeated Tennessee on Saturday 6-3, but that game got tight late in the contest. Pitch to Morgan, and that one gets off the mitt of Stark, goes all the way to the backstop, and this time Dylan Cruz will get a free pass into second base. So LSU now threatening with a runner in scoring position. Not sure there if Stark just got crossed up. I mean, he didn't seem to be that far inside.
Now he just missed his spot. I think Stark was probably set up on the outer third. That one was in, had a little gravy on it. Tough to get the mid on.
So couldn't grab the 93-mile-an-hour fastball inside. Moves the count 1-0 to Morgan. Cruz now takes a lead off second. Beam fires to the plate off speed. That one at the letters for a strike. Evens it up 1-1.
Trey Morgan has performed well at the plate here in Omaha. 3 for 7. He has 3 RBI in 2 games. Looking to add to that total right now.
Delivery, ground ball, base hit through the 6 hole into left field. Cruz will easily make his way to third. Morgan with another knock, and it's runners on the corners, first and third, with just 1 out.
Yeah, Trey Morgan is now 4 for 8 here in the College World Series.
You look at LSU versus Tennessee this year. A couple of numbers stand out in the 4 games. Cruz batting .500, Braden Joubert batting .500, and Trey Morgan in the lineup again, batting .412. He'll up his average against the Volunteers with that base hit here. So 1 away. And again, Gavin Dugas with Hayden Travinsky out of the lineup will bat cleanup for the Tigers. Pitch to the right-hander. Miss low, and it's ball one. Wow. Remember last night, runners on the corners?
Oh, yeah, I was just thinking this is very reminiscent.
See if the Tigers can convert here early in this contest. Pitch to Dugas. Line drive, but right at Ahuna, it's short. Maybe a half step to his left, and he gloves it for the second out. Sharply hit, and right at Ahuna. And with two gone, still the runners first and third. It'll be up to Cade Beloso. See if he can add to his RBI total, keep the inning going here.
Oh, that was a tough break.
Cruz led off with a walk. Tommy White struck out looking. Wild pitch got Cruz to second, then Morgan singled to left field. That leaves runners first and third, but now 2 outs. Pitch to the left-hander Beloso. Missed outside and a little high. It's 1-0. They'll put on the shift, no surprise. Slide Ahuna right of second base. They'll have Christian Moore playing in shallow right field. And of course, Blake Burke holding the runner on in Morgan. And a throw over to check on Trey. He's back with a head first slide. Tigers threatening here in the opening frame. Cade Beloso. A 1-0 count. Here's the pitch to Cade. Went around. Half-hearted swing, but could not hold back. That'll even the count 1-1. Morgan on his way to second. Beloso rips this one into right center field. It will get down. Cruz will come in to score. Morgan going to be held up at third as Cade Beloso delivers the RBI single. Ribby number 42 on the year, and the Tigers take an early lead, 1-0.
That was such a big swing of the bat for Cade Beloso, who drives his first run of the College World Series in and gets his second hit. And it's big to strike there when you get that leadoff walk. Thank goodness we're able to get him across the plate. I think the number is 7 runs, guys. I think that's what we need today.
All right, here's an opportunity for Jordan Thompson. Jordan's had a rough time here in Omaha so far.
Thompson 1 for 8. Came into Omaha red hot. He'll try to lay down a bunt, but it's fouled on the third base line.
How about that?
Well, you're right, Chris. Although he's 1 for 8 here in Omaha, he's still LSU's second or third leading hitter in the NCAA tournament. 346 in tournament games this season, including 5 runs batted in.
Got Morgan at third. Beloso with the RBI single. He's at first base. Tigers again striking with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Pitch to Thompson. Stays away. Missed away.
Boy, Cal Stark just made a run-saving catch there. Breaking ball off the outside corner. Almost got away.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball again has been kind of trouble for Thompson, especially since arriving here in Omaha. Couldn't get contact on that one. Falls behind 1 and 2. 2 outs. Runners first and third. Now time called.
Looks like the catcher Stark called timeout. As Beam walks behind the mound. Now back up on the rubber.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Thompson. Morgan at third. Beloso at first. Tigers leading early 1-0. Pitch to Thompson. Launched in the air, but slicing foul. It'll find the seats in left. Still 1 and 2.
And be surprised to see a fastball here. Another breaking pitch there to Thompson. And you're right, Bill. He's really struggled with that here in the College World Series.
Big opportunity, though, right here for the Tiger shortstop.
Semi shift on for the Volunteers as they have Moore shaded towards second base to the right-handed hitter. Beam looks in. Runners first and third, 2 down. He'll kick and fire. The 1-2. Missed away, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that pitch count's up to 23 pitches now for Drew Beam. See if Jordan Thompson can continue to battle through this at bat. Some would say he's due.
2-2 the count. The pitch stayed away from the breaking ball. It's down in the dirt, blocked up by Stark. He'll chase it right of home plate. But running on the pitch was Beloso. So now the Tigers have runners second and third with 2 down. And a big time spot here for Jordan Thompson. Last night's bottom of the order struggled mightily. 0 for 11 for LSU. Payoff delivery, off speed, swing and a miss. Got him to chase one breaking away. Thompson down on strikes, but LSU gets on the board first. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 men on. 1-0 Tigers. We've played a half inning in Omaha. Tennessee comes to the plate next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers strike first. 1-0 they lead. Leadoff walk. Eventually Dylan Cruz makes it around. Comes in to score the first run of the ball game. Nate Ackenhausen now will be on the bumper. His first start as a Tiger. Left-hander taking up his final tosses. We mentioned that shuffle in the lineup a little bit due to the fact Hayden Travinski unable to go, Bill, and Alex Milazzo, great defensive catcher, will be behind the plate here. But we've kind of seen the same lineup for LSU throughout this postseason, and Travinski's been a part of it. Not the case tonight.
Yeah, Travinski, as Coach Johnson described it before the game, he's a little banged up. He's hurt, and we could tell he wasn't at his best in the 2 games so far in Omaha. So Hayden gets a break tonight, and Milazzo, of course, who's excellent behind the plate, gets the start.
Ackenhausen ready to work. Fires the first delivery. Say missed inside with a fastball. And it's 1-0. Milazzo behind the plate. Tommy White at third. Jordan Thompson at short. Gavin Dugas at second. Trey Morgan at first. Ackenhausen fires. Line drive right to this time Gavin Dugas as the left-hander. They had the switch on. Thompson moved to second. Dugas moved to short. And it came right at him, and he gloves the line drive for out number 1. Ahuna retired.
Sweet revenge there for Dugas.
Yep.
Tigers had him played perfectly. Ahuna hit it well, but right at the Tigers' second baseman playing shortstop.
Now we'll see the center fielder, Hunter Inslee. The first delivery from Ackenhausen off speed, a called strike at it's 0-1. This one popped up into the air down the line. First base side. Morgan gives it a look, but it's easily 21 rows up out of play. And Ackenhausen gets ahead of Inslee, 0-2.
I see you out there, Ack. The moment doesn't seem to be too big for him, that's for sure.
Hunter Ensley had the lone home run for Tennessee. It's a 2-run blast on Saturday night, his 7th of the season. As Ackenhausen misses high with this offering. Trying to get him to chase one upstairs. He did not. It's 1-2.
Ensley had a very good night against LSU back on Saturday. 3 for 4 with that home run.
Another one sails upstairs from Nate, and it evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, Ahuna, Ensley, and Dickey, the top 3 hitters in this lineup, all over 400 here in Omaha.
2-2. Ground ball towards third. White, glove side, fields it, throws to first. Perfect to Morgan. And there's 2 gone.
Pretty efficient so far, too, for Ackenhausen.
So, Doug, Nate hasn't pitched in a while. He hasn't pitched since June the 5th, so 15 days ago. Worked in the regional against Oregon State, so he's had some time to
think,
to think and to refresh.
That's right.
Now we'll see Jared Dickey, dangerous left-handed hitter. First pitch from Ackenhausen misses high.
Remember, he really battled a hamstring injury for a long time.
Yeah, you can add him into that unfortunate series of injuries because, man, we lost him for it seemed like about 4 weeks.
Ground ball hit to first. Morgan going to field it. Now a race to the bag, and Morgan wins it. Out number 3, Tennessee retired in order here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody on base. LSU with a 1-0 lead. They'll come to the plate. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Joe Bear, Milazzo, and Pearson. We return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU brings a 1-0 lead to the top of the second inning here on a Tuesday night. It'll be Braden Joubert to lead it off. Joubert batting .306 on the season against the Volunteers this year. Coming into tonight, he's 6 of 12, batting an even .500. Had the solid home run to right field on Saturday night to give LSU a little breathing room late. Went from a 5-3 Tiger lead to a 6-3 Tiger lead, and he brought all the momentum back to LSU late in that contest. First delivery misses, ball 1. Beam fires the 1-0 pitch off speed, and that one catches the inner half, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it might have been the best 4 plate appearances all season by any LSU player in a single game. All 4 balls off the bat over 100 miles an hour.
Fastball missed inside, and we made mention of it. He had a comebacker come off the body of the Tennessee pitcher that was destined for a base hit in center field.
All day.
2-1 pitch to Joubert. Off speed, swing and a miss. That'll even the count 2-2.
Braden hitting .375 in the College World Series, .308 in the NCAA tournament.
Leading things off for the Tigers, top of the second. And the 2-2. Another off-speed pitch, another swing and a miss. Joubert down on strikes, and Drew Beam with his 3rd strikeout here in the early outing.
Yeah, that's 3 strikeouts, but he's up to 30 pitches now. A few more than you would like to see your starter have through 4 outs.
Throughout this postseason run, really throughout this season, we talked about the improvement of Jordan Thompson defensively at shortstop from a year ago. Alex Milazzo, similar story in the fact he's improved at the plate.
Yeah.
He's been one of the best in college baseball defensively since he arrived at LSU, but so far this season swinging a much better bat, coming in averaging .293 on the year. Right-hander stands in, 1 down, top of the second. The pitch, and it's a strike. Fastball at 94, and I mentioned Hayden Travinski earlier, Bill, because he was one of the hottest hitters in college baseball down the stretch that last 15 to 18 games. And that one's going to hit Milazzo in the back of the helmet.
It hit his bat, but hit his BACK first. The home plate umpire explains to the catcher, Cal Stark.
Love that
good.
explanation from
That was
David
good.
Savage. The Stark says, hey, it hit his bat, and then Savage very explicitly explained back, then bat.
I like the way he spelled it. Yeah. Not B-A-T, but B-A-C-K.
Yeah.
So LSU will take another free pass. It puts Milazzo aboard. But again, Milazzo limited at bats down the stretch due to the hot bat of Hayden Travinski, but he's in there tonight looking to contribute. So he's at first by drawing a hit by pitch. That'll bring Josh Pearson to the plate. Pearson batting .246. Pitch to the left-hander, and excuse me swing, and he fouls it towards the Tennessee dugout, and it's 0-1.
Chris, why are we able to hear the umpire? Or do they have a mic on that we're tapped into, or is it that field mic?
There's a mic underneath each base.
Including home plate?
Home plate.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Runner at first. And the 0-1 off speed. Missed outside. 1-1.
Can we get that at the box maybe next year? Who do we have to call about that?
Bill, you want to make that call?
I'll see what I can do.
All right, Bill's on it.
We'll leave it to Bill.
A summer project.
Because I enjoy it. I really do enjoy here what the umpire is saying to the catcher back behind the plate.
Here's the 1-1 to Pearson. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to that one. Fastball in at 94, and he falls behind 1-2. One away, top of the second. LSU leading 1-0. Alex Milazzo following Joe Bear, who struck out, hitting the back of the, well, hitting the back. As our home plate umpire told us, he's at first.
The BACK.
Beam, the 1-2 to Pearson, and a swing and a miss. And while Pearson's given up a crucial walk to Dylan Cruz to start the game and a hit batter here in the top of the second, he does record his 4th strikeout. And there's 2 gone here for LSU. And that will bring back to the top of the order Dylan Cruz, who received that walk and made the Volunteers pay by coming in to score the lone run of the ball game.
And there's some good life on that fastball by Drew Beam, but Dylan Cruz hits those pretty good.
So Milazzo with a short lead off first. And the pitch to Cruz. In the air to center field. Going back on the run is Inslee at the track, at the wall, and he makes it. Again, right into the teeth of the wind, blowing strong towards home plate. Cruz mashed that baseball, but the park holds it for out number 3. So the Tigers, they get no runs, no hits. They do leave 1 man on. We go to the bottom of the second. A 1-0 Tiger lead on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Live from Omaha and the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU, a couple of solid pieces of contact. Drew Beam, the Volunteers starter. Dylan Cruz, the last to do it, took one deep to center field, but tracked down by Inslee. Is this first pitch from Ackenhausen going to be lifted into center field off the bat of the DH Griffin Merritt, and Tennessee has their first hit of the evening and the leadoff man aboard. Tigers 1 run on 2 hits. Tennessee now with their first hit. Merritt will be followed by Christian Moore, second baseman.
As we said earlier, the Vols as a team did not hit lefties very well, but Moore is the exception, batting nearly .370 against left-handed pitching this year.
So Ackenhausen now with the runner on. The left-hander glances over to first. And we'll bring it to the plate. And at the belt, a strike. It's 0-1. Merritt 2 for 2 in stolen bases. Not a huge threat there. Tennessee with 2 in the lineup this evening with double-digit stolen bags, including Christian Moore, who's 16 of 18 when he gets on base. Here's the 0-1. Popped up in the air, foul territory, first base side. Morgan coming over near the camera well, and it's just out of his reach.
I mean,
as he goes over the wall, but luckily stays on the field side, just out of his reach with the wicket. And it's 0-2 now to Moore.
He could not have leaned over any further than he did, and that ball, I mean, less than 5 inches away from his glove.
So much foul territory here.
Yeah, Bill, I thought there was no way that got into the
just out of Trey's reach.
So Ackenhausen ahead in the count to the right-handed hitting Moore with a runner on, nobody out, bottom of the second. Ackenhausen taking his time, glances over to first again, now back to the plate, and we'll bring the pitch. And this one popped up and well foul. Behind first base into the seats, second level, and still 0-2.
This is the one I have circled, Bill, after our conversation. Christian Moore really the only guy in the lineup that seems to handle lefties pretty well.
And he's got new life after Morgan just couldn't quite catch that foul ball.
368 this year against left-handers.
So the runner at first, again Ackenhausen ahead in the count, will fire the 0-2, and that one just inside and a tad high. They appeal down to first. They say Moore did not go around. So it will be 1-2, but that was an excellent 0-2 pitch.
Although Ackenhausen hasn't pitched in 2 weeks, he did have a very strong postseason outing in the SEC tournament. 6 strikeouts in 3 2/3 innings against South Carolina.
Now he'll throw swiftly over to first to keep an eye on Merritt, who slides back safely. I thought that was one of the key moments while the Tigers went 1-2 in Hoover this year. In fact, there were so many question marks down the stretch of the regular season, especially out of that bullpen, that Ackenhausen said he felt 100% coming off that hamstring injury and pitched well. The 1-2 rides in high. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it was kind of like that SEC tournament. The entire bullpen, all the pitchers heard the loud talk, and they silenced everyone with several great performances out of the pen.
Runner at first. Nobody out. Ackenhausen fires the 2-2 pitch. Miss low. That'll fill the count 3-2. So Christian Moore, after getting behind early 0-2, fouls a couple off. One just out of the reach of Morgan, and now has worked the count full. Payoff delivery. Again foul. Spoils that one. A fastball. Out of play right side, still 3-2. th pitch of the evening coming up for Ackenhausen here. Still nobody out. And the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball towards the shortstop Thompson. He'll field it. Fire to Dugas. Relay to first in time to get more. And the Tigers turn 2 and go from no outs to 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Just what the doctor ordered.
Oh, indeed. What a battle there between Ackenhausen and Christian Moore. The lefty coming out on top there. The Tigers needed it. And that was as smooth as they come around the horn there, Bill.
It really was. The Tigers haven't turned a whole lot of double plays this year. That's only the 32nd double play for LSU, but could not have come at a better time.
So now Dugas and Thompson will switch places with a left-hander at the plate. And Blake Burke, the first baseman. And the first from Ackenhausen missed outside, 1-0.
19 pitches so far for Nate Ackenhausen.
(1-0) in the air down the line, but we'll get to the seats in left. Out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Drew Beam needed 38 pitches to get through 2 innings.
Blake Burke has had a productive NCAA tournament for the Vols. He's hitting just .226 in 8 games, but he does have 2 doubles and a homer.
One ball, 1 strike to Burke, a left-handed hitter. Pitch clock down to 4 as Ackenhausen begins the wind. Fires, and it's sent back foul into the screen. Nate gets ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We mentioned it on Saturday. While the wind was blowing left to right and right to left out here, which is very rare based on the placement of this stadium, Doug made a great point. Because it's not only cavernous left to right, but sunk down underneath the stands in a bowl. But if you can hit line drives, you can make some pay here. Keep it out of the jet stream as this pitch low and blocked up by Milazzo. Even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They may have the case tonight because the wind, as opposed to Saturday, blowing straight in. And the second point, Doug, is while for us up here, there's a nice breeze along with your #1 fan behind us.
Biggest fan we've got.
Still pretty warm down on the field for the players. Here's a ground ball base hit into left center field off the bat of Burke. Again, that double play looms large now as again with 2 down, just a runner on at first. And that will bring Zane Denton, the third baseman, to the plate. It's 89 degrees currently here in Omaha. And if you've been down at field level in the sunshine, it's warm and you don't get the benefit of that breeze blowing in.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I thought Cruz's ball might actually find a way out of the yard, because it wasn't much higher than the bleachers. Didn't get really high up in the air.
So with the runner at first, we'll see Denton for the first time tonight. And a swing and a miss gets Ackenhausen ahead. 0-1. Denton in the lineup on Saturday, went 0 for 3. Did get a board by way of walk. Batting .241 so far in the NCAA tournament for the Volunteers. Ackenhausen's 0-1 pitch. Ooh, say just missed outside, 1-1.
Now remember, Zane Denton is a switch hitter, batting from the right side against Ackenhausen. He's better statistically as a lefty.
Runner at first, and the pitch. Off speed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He missed high. Make it 2-1.
Denton on the year hitting .257 against lefties, .282 against right-handers.
Two outs, the 2-1 pitch. Popped up, out of play over the first base dugout. Almost made it to the sweet level, just a little shy. And it's 2-2 now, the count to Denton. Running at first is Burke. Short lead off the bag. 2 down, 1-0 LSU leads. A 2-2 count to Zane Denton. Lefty on righty matchup here is Ackenhausen from the stretch, fires. And this one popped up just left of us. Back down quickly into the stands. Off the facade. Still 2-2.
That was close. One sweet over. Looks like Ackenhausen's having a little trouble with the bracelet out there. He can't get the sign on it, so they'll go straight to the catcher.
Runner at first, 2 outs. And another 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 at the letters, outer half. And Nate Ackenhausen with a big punch out. His first strikeout in tonight's game. Big double play and a big K for LSU, and they take a 1-0 lead to the top of the third. Tigers will send up White, Morgan, and Dugas 2, 3, and 4 when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Going to the track, the wall, see ya! Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Action continues from Omaha in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tommy White to lead it off for LSU. Top of the third, they lead Tennessee. An elimination game on Tuesday in Omaha, 1-0. Drew Beam back out there, begins his third inning of work. White awaits, and the first pitch, slap back foul, and it's 0-1.
Tommy White now 3 for 9 in this College World Series. He does have 1 RBI, 98 RBI on the year for the Tiger slugger.
Beam about to throw his 40th pitch in the start, and White puts this one high in the air to right center field. Again, Hunter Inslee going back, Christian Scott going back, and on a couple of steps on the track, Scott makes the play for out number 1. A loud out number 1 to right field.
Back-to-back loud outs. The ball Cruz hit to end the second, and that one were both hit very well.
Yeah, Beam has to be grateful right now for this large ballpark and also for that very strong wind blowing directly in right now.
So now we'll see Trey Morgan. Morgan can slap it on a plane if he gets something to work with. And the first pitch off speed and a called strike, and it's 0-1. Morgan had a single back in the first inning. Opposite field through the 6-hole. He's been playing very well in the postseason for the Tigers when they needed him most. Fastball misses low and inside from Beam, and it's 1-1.
He's now batting an even .500 here in Omaha. 4 hits in 8 at bats. Double, triple, 3 RBI.
Nobody on, 1 out, and the 1-1 pitch off speed, way out in front, swing and a miss, falls behind 1-2. 1-2 from Beam. Low and inside. Fastball up to 95, and it evens the count 2-2. 3 teams already exiting Omaha. Virginia, Stanford earlier this afternoon. Oral Roberts. Here's the 2-2. A little tapper, and it comes off the foot. It's foul. As Morgan now going to slowly try to walk that one out. Stings a little bit, and it keeps the count 2-2.
Oral Roberts falling today to TCU by a final score of 6-1, so TCU stays alive, and they'll face Florida tomorrow. Florida needs 1 win over TCU to reach the championship series.
TCU matching LSU's offensive output on Saturday for the most runs by any team here. They've been very close affairs and low scoring affairs. There's a swing and a miss. Chase one down in the zone. Morgan down on strikes. And Drew Beam records strikeout number 5. 2 out here in the top of the third, and we'll see Gavin Dugas, who smoked a line drive, but right at Ahuna, the shortstop. His first time up, back in the first frame. One nothing LSU leads. See if they can start some 2-out magic here in the third. First pitch from Beam, though, is a strike, 0-1.
Beam's approaching 50 pitches. That was number 47.
0-1 to Dugas. Missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Walked the leadoff batter. First batter he faced, and Dylan Cruz came back to bite him as Dylan scored the only run of the game. Also hit a batter, and Alex Milazzo, but again, seems to be dialed in here of late. He's got 5 punch-outs. The 1-1. Strike off speed, and it's 1-2 to Dugas. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That'll be strikeout number 6 for Beam. And the Tigers go quietly in the top of the third. 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the third. Tigers leading 1-0. Tennessee coming to the plate. 8-9 and top of the order due up when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tennessee comes to the plate. They trail LSU. Bottom of the third inning here in Omaha. 1-0 LSU with the lead. See Christian Scott bat for the first time. The left-hander in the lineup. Shows bunt, brings it back. Pitch misses by Ackenhausen, and it's 1-0. Christian Scott batting .281 on the year. In the 8th spot in the lineup, Coach Tony Vitello here tonight. 1-0 from Ackenhausen. Strike at the belt, evens it up 1-1.
I'll give you an idea of how strong this wind is. Look how shallow the Tiger outfield is playing.
Yep.
Against Christian Scott.
They are certainly in. The 1-1. Missed high. Stayed away from chasing that one eye level. 2-1 now the count.
Yeah, and that has a lot to do likely with Dylan Cruz's input on the ball that he hit out to right center.
2-1. Fastball on the inner half. Evens the count 2-2.
Cruz had a smile on his face as he got to second base when that ball was tracked down, so there's no question he went in the dugout.
They say he went around. Ruled outside corner, missing, but they go appeal down to Casey Moser, and what do you know? Called it a strike.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So a strikeout for Ackenhausen, his second on the night. One gone here in the bottom of the third inning.
I don't think he went, but of course the wrong call was made. This time we'll take it.
We'll take that call.
Now we'll see again Cal Stark, catcher for the Vols. In there certainly for defense. Stark struggling on the year. Batting 182 as a right-hander. First pitch, a called strike from Ackenhausen. Here's a swing and a miss, and quickly it's 0-2.
Real close. I'd have to see it the whole way, Cal.
David Savage, home plate umpire, with a running dialogue with the.
Well, he asked him if it was a strike.
The ball players, yeah.
Said he couldn't see it the whole way. I guess he blinked when he swung.
The 0-2 pitch. That one missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Savage very chatty tonight.
He is an SEC umpire, by the way. David Savage. We've seen him several times this year. 2
of our crew tonight out of the SEC. Savage and Jeff Head. Here's the 1-2. And it's sent back right into the screen behind the plate. Foul, and it's 1-2. Stark batting under 100 in the NCAA tournament. He's 2 for 21. Ackenhausen ahead in the count, trying to find the second out of the inning. Nobody on, and the pitch. Missed for ball 2, 2-2.
Bill, where was that one?
Looks like Savage ruled it a little low. Whew. This will be pitch number 40 for Nate.
Ackenhausen winds. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And it missed high. So after getting behind 0-2, Cal Stark has worked it full.
Well, again, this is a huge pitch for Ackenhausen.
Yeah,
Can't lose this guy and bring up the top of the order.
Payoff delivery, fouled back. Staying alive is Stark, still 3-2. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. 1 out, nobody on. Stark, the right-handed hitter. Ackenhausen, the left-handed hurler. Stares in. Now begins the wind. Here's another payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. And Ackenhausen wins the battle.
Just challenged him with a fastball, 90 miles per hour. He threw a 91-mile-per-hour fastball on the previous pitch. Stark got just a piece of it. Fastball again, this time he misses.
Third strikeout on the night for Ackenhausen. 2 gone now in the bottom of the third. Flip over the order, we'll see Maui Ahuna.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row for Ackenhausen.
Tommy White playing in at third base on the infield grass. Open stance by Ahuna, the left-handed hitter. And the first pitch. Doesn't square, but it's a called strike, and it's 0-1.
Fastball again at 91 for Ackenhausen.
Thompson again moving to second base. Dugas over to shortstop with Ahuna, the left-hander. 0-1. Missed high. 1 ball, 1 strike. One delivery. That's a strike. Gets Ackenhausen ahead 1-2. Two gone, nobody on. Tigers up 1-0. Top of the order, Ahuna at the plate. And now time called.
An offensive charge timeout.
Ahuna is Ackenhausen taking his time there. Eventually, with a 1-2 count, wanted to have some time to think it over. He'll step out momentarily.
Bill, how many offensive timeouts in a game do you get? 6? Is it the same as defense?
That sounds right.
Now we're getting back to action. And Ackenhausen's 1-2 pitch to Ahuna. Say missed high. Ahuna able to stay away, and it evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Awfully close again. Ahuna clearly able to keep the hands back. Ackenhausen will deliver a 2-2 pitch to the plate. And this one slapped for a base hit into right center field. Jobert trying to cut it off, does so with a backhand pick. But Ahuna with a 2-out single. And his first hit, 3rd hit for the Vols tonight.
I want to see that 2-2 pitch again.
LSU holding on to a 1-0 lead. Again, Hunter Inslee coming to the plate. Inslee grounded out to Thompson at shortstop back in the first inning. With a runner on. Ackenhausen having to continue to work here in the bottom of the third. First pitch, going to hit him. Got him in on the hands. That'll put runners first and second. Nate was cruising along, but now Tennessee applying the pressure here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah,
Last night the story, Doug, was free passes. That's how Wake Forest was able to make their hay.
Still 2 outs, though. I think he's a little flustered after that 2-2 pitch was called a ball. Ahuna followed it up with a single, so just got to make a pitch here. Here comes Jay Johnson with a slow walk out to talk to the lefty. There is a right-hander. Looks like Blake Money down in the bullpen for the Tigers.
Well, Jared Dickey, the on-deck hitter or the upcoming hitter for Tennessee, is a left-handed batter. Inslee had been as hot as any balls hitter in their lineup, batting from the right side. He's hit by the pitch, though, so it looks like a lefty-lefty matchup unless Jay makes a change. You would think he'd stick with Ackenhausen right here. Dickey, among the Tennessee left-handed batters, though, does hit lefties pretty well. 294 against lefties entering the College World Series. He's much better against right-handers, 342. So the play here is to leave Ackenhausen in to face the lefty Dickey.
So they talk a little strategy. Tennessee now with their first real threat of the night. Runners first and second, but as Doug pointed out, 2 outs in the inning. Dickey will dig in, again, a left-hander. They'll have Thompson staying at second base. Dugas keeping a check of the runner from the shortstop position at second. First pitch popped up. Dugas going back. Cruz coming in. Cruz puts on the speed, and Dylan Cruz has got it for out number 3. So nicely done. Ackenhausen elicits a shallow pop fly. Tennessee's threat is averted here in the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. We go to the top of the fourth. It's a 1-0 Fighting Tiger lead here in Omaha on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Jenny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janny King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Live from Omaha in the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers come to the plate, top of the fourth inning, leading 1-0 over Tennessee in this elimination game on Tuesday night. Cade Beloso to lead it off, had an RBI single to get the Tigers on the board back in the first inning. As Beam's first offering high and outside for ball 1, 1-0. Beloso batting .315 on the year. It'll be Cade followed by Thompson and Joe Bear due up. Off speed for a strike from Beam. Evens it up 1-1.
Tigers have not had a hit since Beloso's RBI single back in the first inning.
The 1-1 pitch. Fastball in for a strike, inner half, and it's 1-2. Good location to the left-hander. Down and in. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, missed outside. Now an even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, Beloso has faced the shift defensively. Virtually every at-bat this season. Tennessee doing the same here. 3 infielders right of second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, pitch to the plate. And Beloso knocks this one to right center field. Going to bounce down in front of Christian Scott. Cade Beloso now 2 for 2 on the night. The leadoff man aboard for the Tigers.
So as we said, Beloso's hit was the Tigers' last back in the first inning until now, as he leads off the 4th with another single.
Cade Beloso playing like a man not ready to go back to Baton Rouge just yet.
No, indeed.
Now we'll see Jordan Thompson. Thompson, as we said, when he came to the plate back in the first inning, has had a good postseason, just not here in Omaha. Trying to turn that around here when the Tigers need it. He'll show bunt, and the pitch high and inside. He'll have to spin away, and it's 1-0. A solid bunt here if that's the plan for LSU, for Beloso to make his way to second base. Got, of course, Denton now playing in on the infield grass down the line at third. Squaring to bunt. Pushes it down the first base line, but foul. Evens a count, 1 ball and 1 strike. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger baseball, the LSU Sports Radio Network, and streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
1. Back with you, Charles Schwab Field here in downtown Omaha, Nebraska. Doug Thompson, Bill Franquez, Chris Blair, along with our producer Taylor Sharp. Another bunt attempt, and he pops it up, and Denton will field it easily. The exact opposite of the effect you wanted. 1 gone. Tigers trying to go small ball there. Just not what they were looking for. So now Braden Jobert will come to the plate. Strikeout victim to Beam, who, by the way, has 6 so far. The Tigers had a leadoff single by Cade Beloso. He's down at first. And a tight game, 1-0. Pitch to Jobert. Ground ball, and this could be tailor-made for 2. Moore flips it to Ahuna. Relay to first in time, and LSU is done here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-0 Fighting Tiger lead on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers holding on to a 1-0 lead in this elimination game over the Tennessee Volunteers, who come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4, 5, and 6 coming to the plate. Nate Ackenhausen continues his first start as a Tiger. Junior left-hander so far has given up 3 hits. Both teams with 3 knocks so far in tonight's game. Merritt, one of those with a base hit, had a single in the 2nd inning. Delivery misses low from Nate, and it's 1-0.
That was pitch number 50 for Ackenhausen.
Delivery missed inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
His season high is 67 pitches in the game we mentioned earlier back on May 24th in the SEC tournament against South Carolina when he worked 3 2/3 innings.
2-0 pitch. Bouncer and a chopper to short. Thompson comes in, fields it, uses that great arm, throws to first. Morgan gets out of the way of the charging Merritt, and there's one gone.
That was a big swing there, falling behind 2-0, just getting a rollover to the shortstop. Looks like Javen Coleman has now started to toss along with Blake Money down in the LSU bullpen. And by the way, Drew Beam is up to 59 pitches now.
That'll bring Christian Moore to the plate. Hit into a double play his first time up in the second. A key double play is the first pitch. A called strike off speed from Ackenhausen, and it's 0-1. Pitch from the left-hander, swing and a miss. Chased one up in the zone, the fastball by him, and it's 0-2. LSU with the infield playing straight up here to the right-handed hitting Christian Moore. The 0-2 pitch just missed inside.
Woo. You see Milazzo holding that glove out there about a half second after the call's made. He's only done that on the ones that have been very close. He's probably holding it there when he thinks it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed, nice delivery by Ackenhausen. Moore down on strikes. Punch out number 4 for the Tigers starter, and 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring the left-handed hitting Blake Burke, first baseman. Jordan Thompson again will move to the second base side. Gavin Dugas playing short, still going to be shifted over right of second base.
I got you.
Burke also one of those 3 volunteer hits tonight, had a single in the second inning. First delivery. Missed a little high and outside. 1-0. Again, you can tell by watching Tommy White and Josh Pearson battling
really
the sun coming over the structure here at Charles Schwab. Swung on and fouled out of play left side. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Blake Burke.
They are both doing everything they can. Shortstop will be covered up in the shade probably in the next 10 minutes or so, but right now Tommy White is dead in the sun.
1-1. Chopper to first. First base side going to be picked up over there and tossed to first in time. Great play by Thompson as that one skied off the grass. Morgan went for it initially but decided, let me let Thompson get it and I'll go to first base, make the play. And Tennessee goes in order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 LSU leads. Tigers come to the plate. 8-9, top of the order due up. Milazzo, Pearson, and Cruz when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Unrivaled content, unprecedented access. LSU Gold, powered by Bayou Traditions, is the only place for exclusive behind-the-scenes content featuring your favorite LSU teams. It's all access to the Tigers all year long, from pregame warm-ups to postgame celebrations and every moment in between. You can watch LSU Gold anywhere, anytime, and on your favorite device. Go to lsu.gold today to sign up for your free 7-day trial, so you can be there for each step of LSU's championship journeys. That's lsu.gold.
Shell has been a vital part of Louisiana industry for over 100 years. Shell employees work in sync to deliver products needed all over the world. Under these hard hats is the creative energy of thousands of men and women. From platforms in the Gulf to facilities along the Mississippi River, Louisiana is where we live, and we're proud to call it home. Shell is the rhythm of Louisiana.
Live from Omaha and the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Alex Milazzo leads it off for LSU as we hit the top of the 5th inning. Here on a Tuesday night, Drew Beam delivers the first pitch, missed outside, And it's 1-0. Milazzo hit in the back in the second inning. Reached base but was left stranded. Showing bunt. He'll pull it back and a strike at the top of the zone. Milazzo now will ready the bat as Beam looks in. Pitch to the plate. Fouled back just below and left of us.
Good news for the hitters now is that the shadows have completely covered the mound, so maybe a little easier to see that breaking pitch from Beam.
Pitch to Milazzo. Popped up. And we'll get behind the first base dugout, drop into the seats. Mentioned that pitch count. 63 pitches now by Beam between innings. Tennessee personnel headed down to the bullpen for the first time tonight. Pitch to Milazzo. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Milazzo without an offering, and there's one gone as Beam racking up the strikeouts. That's the 7th for the Tennessee starter tonight. Josh Pearson 0 for 1 tonight. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Trying to change his fortune here. First pitch to Josh, off speed, missed inside. 1-0.
Only 2 leadoff runners allowed by Drew Beam. He walked Dylan Cruz to start off the game. He came around to score.
Fastball misses inside, so a 2-0 count now to Pearson.
And then back in the 4th inning, allowed a single to Beloso to lead off, but he was doubled up later by Joe Bear's ground ball.
Beam delivered that at 93 miles an hour. Behind in the count, the 2-0 to Pearson. On a strike off speed just above the belt, and it's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch to the plate. Ground ball, but foul down the first base line. Evens it up now to Pearson, 2-2.
I do know that Tennessee has a very deep pitching staff, but the good news is the one guy we know we won't see is Chase Burns, who's been their closer toward the end of the season. Burns threw 70 pitches yesterday to help the Vols defeat Stanford.
Josh Pearson batting .280 here in the postseason for the Tigers. The 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 8 for Beam.
But Drew Beam doesn't look like he needs any relief right now. He is very much in rhythm.
Flip it over, top of the order, and Dylan Cruz. Cruz aboard on a walk, scored the only run of the game thus far, and then took one deep to right center field, but handled by Inslee last time in the second.
This will be the 70th pitch of the game for Beam.
Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Dylan again 0 for last night in the loss to Wake Forest, although did reach base by way of walk. Readies the bat, and the pitch a strike, and he falls behind 0-2. Two outs, top of the 5th. Nobody on, and a 1-0 LSU lead. Dylan Cruz at the plate. Beam fires, and this one, a one-hopper, gets by the backhand try by Christian Moore. Hits him in the heel of the glove, goes straight up into the air and lands softly in center field, and Dylan Cruz with a base hit. 2-out single. We'll get Tommy White to the plate. Tommy put a charge into a ball his last at bat as well, to the track in right field, handled by Christian Scott.
Yeah, Cruz is really seeing Drew Beam well. He walked in his first at bat, hit a missile out to right center, tracked down by Hunter Inslee back in the second inning, and that one was hit incredibly well.
Pitch to White, huge swing, but he comes up empty. It's 0-1. White caught looking by Beam back in the first inning, and again drove one to the track in right field back in the third. Beam fires, missed high, and it's 1-1.
So what do you think, Doug? Do you consider sending Cruz here?
What's the count?
One ball, one strike.
I do.
Cruz a 3-step lead off of first and a throw over. So it looked like Drew Beam thinking the same way you guys were. Beam will come set. 1-1 count to White. The pitch, and Tommy fouls it back. The facade falls behind in the count 1-2.
Six pitch at bat so far.
With that 2 strikes on the board, we'll take the 2-strike approach and foul this one off.
I got you.
Cruz
was moving on that pitch.
Yeah, he was off and running. So Dillon will come back to first. Still the count remains 1-2.
Dillon off and running, 2 strikes and 2 outs. Look for White to try to get one into the gap and send Dillon home.
Beam again will come set. 2 down. Runner at first. The 1-2 pitch off speed and upstairs.
Pitch out.
Yep, it was a pitch out. Cruz not biting. That'll leave in the count 2-2. Tommy White again will have the front foot just inside the batter's box. The back foot just inside the batter's box. He hunkers down, and the 2-2 pitch pops straight up. Trying to get to the seats is this baseball, and it will. Out of play. Still 2-2. It's really clear to see how Tommy White has been effective in 2-strike counts, just his approach. He'll set up to do it again from the right side of the plate. The 2 down, Cruz at first, a 1-0 LSU lead, and a 2-2 count. Beam again will toss over. Cruz sliding back head first. Beam again will come set and will fire. Fastball, swing and a miss. White down on strikes. LSU no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. They have a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 5th in Omaha coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the Hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
7, 8, and 9 due up for Tennessee here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tigers leading 1-0. Nate Ackenhausen back out there for his 5th inning, start his 5th inning of work. Denton to lead it off, and the first pitch to the right-hander off speed and a strike to make it 0-1. Runs coming at a premium once again, Bill, as they have most of this tournament. Ackenhausen's 0-1. Swing and a miss. And it gets ahead 0-2.
Just like Ty Floyd last night, Nate Ackenhausen delivering a very strong outing through 4 innings.
You literally can't ask for anything else.
Yep. Now it's 61 pitches.
Denton awaits, and the 0-2. Missed high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, this is pleasant a surprise as the Russell Reynolds game in the 2017 World Series, where he went out there and I think he retired 9 in a row, didn't he, to start off the game?
Infield playing straight up to the right-hander, and a swing and a miss. And Ackenhausen records punch-out number 5. Good start here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 1 away. We'll bring Christian Scott, who's 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning. And the left-hander will, as we've seen really starting in Hoover in the SEC tournament, and Jay Johnson employing that personnel shift. Thompson to second, Dugas to short. First pitch comes in high, ball 1.
No one throwing in the Tigers' pen. Money and Coleman standing down in the pen, but neither one's throwing right now.
Yeah, they've been down there for a while.
1-0. Fastball at 90. Swing and a miss.
Nate still seems pretty strong. Again, he's approaching his season high in pitches.
The 1-1 fouled back into the screen. And Ack now gets ahead 1-2.
Yeah, I don't know if the pitch count thing matters so much in this situation. As long as he stays strong and continues to do what he does, unless he tells you, of course, you got to keep him out there.
The 1-2 off speed, missed inside. Evens a count now to Scott, 2-2.
So with this pitch, he will reach his season high. Pitch number 68 will be the most he's thrown in a game this year.
Delivery and a foul back again to the screen. Still remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Was that the Texas game?
No, actually, it was the SEC tournament.
Oh, okay.
The May 24th game against South Carolina, 67 pitches. That Texas game, he threw 39 pitches in 3 1/3 innings, which is a brilliant effort.
Oh, wow.
And LSU won that game. That seems like a long time ago. That was back in late February.
2-2 pitch in the air, right center field, giving chase. Cruz and Joe Bear, but Dylan Cruz can cover the ground as good as anyone. Gets to it for the 2nd out of the inning.
Fellas, you can hit it as hard as you want to center field. It ain't going nowhere.
I'm not sure a cannon blast would get over the fence.
Yeah, you might be able to stand on the mound and hit it as hard as you want to center field, and it's not going to get out.
Well, and again, Dylan is playing so shallow, and with good reason, as witnessed by that fly ball, just completely was knocked down by the wind.
Cal Stark will come to the plate with 2 down. He's 9th in the order, and a swing and a miss gets him behind early, 0-1. He was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning. Made Ackenhausen work a little bit, but eventually Nate won the battle. Nobody on, 2 outs, and the 0-1. Off speed, floats outside, 1-1. Pitch to the plate.
Ball.
Missed inside. Have Cruz shaded towards right center. Again, all 3 outfielders minus Pearson playing in. There's one slap back foul into the seats.
My goodness, that one was a rocket.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 LSU leads. Ackenhausen trying to keep it that way here in the bottom of the 5th. And time asked for by Stark and granted. Fans, a reminder, have the right equipment. Take on any job linked to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Mentioned throughout this tournament, these evening games cause havoc with the sunshine for the left side, and then eventually twilight can be a problem. Currently the sun bearing down on Pearson out in left field. 2-2 pitch from Ackenhausen. Missed high, gets away from Milazzo.
No, it hit him.
No, it did get a piece of him. They let the number 9 hitter get aboard. After getting ahead early 0-2, tough break for Ackenhausen and the Tigers. Tennessee extending the inning now with 2 down and flip it back to the top of the order, and Ahuna.
Yeah, that's tough for Ackenhausen. 0-2 to start. Number 9 hitter who really struggles at the plate, and now you're facing Ahuna, who's hit the ball very well both times that he's faced Nate this evening.
Good news is there's 2 outs.
Ackenhausen fires, Ahuna swings towards the alley and left center field, and this one going back, takes a bounce on the track, comes off the wall. They'll get the throw into the cutoff man, hold the runner and Stark at third after the double by Ahuna. Third slap for the ball shortstop. His second hit of the night, had a single in the third, lined out to Dugas back in the first, but gave that one a ride all the way to the wall.
And more so than anyone else in this lineup, Ahuna really seeing it well against Ackenhausen. That's the 3rd straight time he's hit it on the nose. One time he hit it right at Dugas, but the other 2 times have been base hits, and now the Vols have a chance to take the lead.
Runner second and third.
Matchup too.
Yep. And they'll bring to the plate now Inslee, and that's going to bring Jay Johnson out.
And Blake Money is going pretty hard down there. We'll see if they go righty-righty matchup here and go to Money. Although I really like the way that Ackenhausen's been throwing the ball.
Slow walk out to the mound by Coach Johnson as Tennessee, their biggest threat of the night. LSU leading 1-0. But the hit batter on the number 9 hitter Stark puts him aboard with 2 outs. And then Ahuna atop the order drives one on a bouncer to the wall in left. Runner second and third. And Jay talking it over with the infield and Ackenhausen. And now that'll bring the home plate umpire out to break up the meeting.
He's going to stick with him.
Yep. Ackenhausen will remain on the mound. Inslee tonight grounded out to Tommy White, his first at bat in the first inning, then was hit by a pitch from Ackenhausen in the third.
Got to bear down here. You got a base open. You can be very aggressive here to Inslee.
Ackenhausen's first pitch to the plate, short of the plate. Milazzo blocks it up, chases it out in front of the dish, and it's 1-0.
Maybe not that aggressive.
A big moment in this game, to say the least. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0. Drew Beam is locked in for Tennessee, the starter.
Wow, Milazzo saved a run.
Ackenhausen got to find the third out here with runners at second and third. The 1-0 pitch, missed high and outside, ball 2. Stark at third, Ahuna with the double at second base. 2-0 pitch, popped up. Right field, Joe Baird coming over, plenty of room, and he'll have it for out number 3. And the Volunteers' threat goes awry in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on in scoring position. It's a 1-0 Fighting Tiger lead. We head to the top of the 6th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit SolarSupplyLuxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU holding on to a 1-0 lead. We move to the top of the 6th inning. Trey Morgan will lead it off. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Morgan 1 for 2, had a single back in the first. Strikeout victim to Drew Beam last time in the 3rd. First delivery from Beam, who is completely in a groove right now. Is a cold strike. It's 0-1. Beam, 5 innings of work, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. As Morgan will swing, and a bouncer foul down the first base line gets him behind in the count, 0-2. And Beam again, as we said, walked Dylan Cruz in the top of the 1st inning. Dylan came around to score, then hit Alex Milazzo early on in the game, but since then has been dialed in. Morgan launches one down the line and left. This ball's going to get down. It's fair all the way to the track. Stops on the wall. Going to have to be picked up by Dickey. And Morgan with a stand-up double to start it here in the top of the 6th inning. Smoked off the bat. Dickey had no chance to get to it, and then got a great bounce, hit the fence, and then just stopped. He had to go chase it all the way, couldn't play it off the recoil.
Such a great piece of hitting there by Trey Morgan in an 0-2 count. Drove that ball down the line. Dickey didn't see it off the bat. He was lucky it just got down the line, and he didn't have a play on it to begin with. That is such a bolt for Trey Morgan.
Gavin Dugas stands in. He's 0 for 2. Squares the bunt. Bunts one down the 3rd base line. Charging in is Denton. The only play is the first, and he throws it away. Coming in to score will be Morgan. Dugas headed to second base, and the Tigers extend the lead 2-0. Bill Franquez just moments ago, before we came back on air, said we need a mistake from the Volunteers. And they gift one on a platter there.
Not only was the throw bad, Bill, but I was shocked that he fielded that ball as it was obviously going foul. We'll watch again here on, oh my goodness, I can't believe he fielded that ball.
Yeah, Denton made a mistake there, and that's exactly what Chris and I were talking about during the break. We need a big break, a mistake by Tennessee, because obviously the home run is not going to be in play tonight with the win. So the Tigers might need a little help, and they got it there as Denton, first of all, makes a mistake by fielding it and makes an off-balance throw. Dugas was just burning down the line.
Yeah, whether the throw would have been on time or not,
he may have been safe anyway. He would have been safe anyway.
Did they give that a hit? Well, I guess they give it.
It would be a sacrifice at least a sacrifice for Dugas. The error by the 3rd baseman brings
I think it should
Dugas
be a hit.
to second base.
They give him a single. The throwing error gets him to second.
That's right.
Great. That's great. Yeah, because you're right, Doug. Dugas is safe even if the throw is on time and accurate.
I cannot believe Zane Denton fielded that baseball, guys. I mean, what a break. If you could give 2 errors on that play, you'd give a mental error to field it, and then, of course, the throw down the line.
Frank Anderson called for time, and the pitching coach for Tennessee. Every time he comes out of the dugout that I've seen a Tennessee game, he always stares down or chirps at the home plate umpire. Oh. And he did it again there.
He's an angry bird, that's for sure. Look, he's still
He's
chirping.
doing it again, yep.
So LSU extends the lead. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Dugas laying down a bunt. Denton made the mistake of picking it up when it was headed foul, and then threw it away on the throw to first. Morgan scores. Dugas now at second. There's nobody out here in the frame, and we'll see Cade Beloso, who is 2 for 2 against Beam tonight. First pitch missed outside, and it's 1-0.
Holy smokes. Need more runs, though. Couple more runs.
Beam from the stretch looks back to second. Now the 1-0 pitch. Low and inside. Stark slides over to glove it. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Now Cade Beloso has kept his bat on a plane, and he's had a couple of solid knocks, including that RBI single back in the first. The pitch. Missed inside. It's now 3-0 to Beloso.
Definitely have some action now in the Tennessee pen. A right-hander has just started the throw down there.
Literally just took his first throw. That was the 86th pitch of the game.
Beloso sees 4 straight balls.
He's flustered.
And that will send Cade to first base on the walk. Second of the night for Drew Beam. And with nobody out, runners first and second, we'll see Jordan Thompson again. 0 for 2 tonight. Last night in the loss to Wake Forest, 0 for 4. And in the matchup on Saturday, in the opening game for the Tigers here in Omaha, he went 1 for 4.
So conventional baseball here says bunt. Now, Jordan tried the bunt last time and popped it up to get him at third base.
But he's got to bunt again.
Okay.
He's got to bunt again, I think, Bill. They do have the corners pulled in. Shortstop is wide open as they're going to shift him as if almost a lefty's hitting.
Thompson stands in, squares the bunt as Beam checks the runner, and now will turn and the obligatory throw to the shortstop Ahuna.
Ground ball to short, Bill, would go a long way right now, but I think the play definitely is to try to get him to bunt at least one of these first couple pitches.
Now Ahuna moves over back to his right now.
Shows bunt again, pops it up, and Beam, the pitcher, will come and make the play. Second pop-up bunt by Thompson. Cannot lay it down, and that results in out number 1. All right. Next opportunity. I know the rules say you bunt, but
No.
Yeah.
Not with Joe Bear.
No, I'm talking about with Thompson.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to bunt there, but he's got to get that ball on the ground, obviously. Nobody knows that more than Jordan Thompson.
Braden Joubert at the plate. Strikeout victim in the second, hit into a double play back in the fourth, and the first pitch from Beam a strike. Tigers with a little momentum here in the top of the 6th inning, thanks to a mistake in the field by Tennessee. They lead 2-0. Runners first and second. Pitch to Joubert, a bouncer to first. Going to field it is Burke. He will step on the bag to record the second out of the inning. Tigers advance runners second and third. LSU known for scoring with 2 outs. They've done it a ton of times here in 2023, and they desperately need it here. As Alex Milazzo coming to the plate looking for his first hit here in Omaha.
Well, we said before the game, someone unlikely needs to step up and be a hero. And Nate Ackenhausen has done his part to fill that role defensively. And right here, Alex Milazzo, no one earlier this morning would have expected number 7 to have a big at bat today. But here comes Tony Vitello. They will make a pitching change to face Milazzo in a huge moment for both teams.
It's like right-hander A.J. Russell is the guy they're going to go with. He's throwing right now in the Tennessee pen. We saw him briefly back on Saturday.
Yeah, had a third of an inning of work as the final pitcher for the Vols on Saturday.
He's one of their guys, a .93 ERA, 2-0 and 23 saves, 29 innings, boys. Only 3 runs allowed, 7 walks, and 46 strikeouts.
So with 2 outs, runners second and third. Tennessee makes a pitching change, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. LSU leading 2-0, looking for more here in the top of the 6th. We'll find out if they can do it when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, we're in the heat of the season. When you're powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, you're always on the winning team. Right now, take advantage of our home run offers on our tractor packages that include 0% financing. Visit us at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends June 30th, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Live from Omaha in the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers add to their lead in the top of the 6th inning, thanks to a gift from Tennessee, but a chance to add to it here. However, 2 outs, runners second and third. Alex Milazzo coming to the plate. Milazzo 0 for 1 tonight. Was hit by a pitch in the second, left stranded, and was caught looking by Drew Beam back in the 5th inning. But a new pitcher on the mound. A.J. Russell takes over for the Volunteers, and a big spot for both teams here in this elimination game.
A.J. Russell is a freshman, 6'6", 195-pound right-hander out of Franklin, Tennessee. Some very impressive numbers.
First delivery, fastball for a strike at 94, and it's 0-1. So now Milazzo's seen the heater. Tigers have Dugas at third, Cade Beloso at second base. The 0-1 missed outside, 1-1.
Opponents are batting under 100 this year against Russell. He's allowing a .099 batting average. As Doug told you earlier, 46 strikeouts in 29 innings.
The 1-1 to Milazzo. Missed inside. That'll make it 2-1.
Milazzo's been a good clutch hitter, though. In his limited plate appearances, a .323 average with runners in scoring position.
2-1 count, and here's the pitch from Russell. Swing and a miss. Catch up to a fastball at 93, up and in, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, he's a fastball slider changeup guy. Fastball will be low to mid 90s. Slider will be low to mid 80s. Changeup will be the same thing, 83 to 85 miles an hour.
2 outs, 2 men on, second and third. 2-2 pitch way outside.
Good take.
3-2.
Come on, Milazzo. Let's get Pearson up with a lefty-righty matchup.
2 outs, runners second and third. Payoff pitch to come from Russell. The pitch to Milazzo. Sent foul down the line in right. Fights it off, keeps it full, 3-2.
The real question is, will we see Blake Money next inning? Because he's still throwing down in the Tigers bullpen.
Dugas at third, Beloso at second with 2 down. Another payoff pitch. Popped up. This one will get to the seats again. So Milazzo battling at the plate. Still 3-2.
I'm about to crawl out this window, guys.
Little antsy?
Yeah, I need a hit here.
Tigers wanting one badly. Milazzo readies the bat. Runners take their lead, second and third. Another payoff pitch. And again, skied, but this one on the infield and will be playable by Burke. And he straddles the first base line, takes the pop-up, and that will end it for LSU. They do add a run. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 costly error by Tennessee, and the Tigers leave 2 men on in scoring position. It's a 2-0 Fighting Tiger lead. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tennessee will have due up 3, 4, and 5. Dickey, Merritt, and more when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Live from Omaha and the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers lead 2-0, bottom of the 6th inning. Tennessee to the plate. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 due up. Starts with Dickey, and the first pitch from Ackenhausen. Called strike, and it's 0-1. Tigers 2 runs, 6 hits. Tennessee no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. The 0-1. Slap foul back behind the plate. Milazzo will give it a look, but it's behind the screen. Out of play, and it's 0-2.
Nate Ackenhausen delivering right now the best outing of his LSU career, the transfer from Eastern Oklahoma State.
I love him. He's my new favorite player.
Making his first LSU career start, his longest outing of the season now at what will be pitch number 80 right here.
Pitch to Dickey, and a swing and a ground ball foul down the first base line. Dickey, by the way, 0 for 2, a ground out to Trey Morgan at first base in the first inning. And then a fly ball out to center and Dylan Cruz in the third. Again, 0-2 the count. Ackenhausen out in front of the left-handed hitter.
Let's go, Ack.
The 0-2. Low and away as Milazzo slides over to glove it, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, if he gets through this inning with no runs, we're on the same hallway. I'm going to make sure he has fresh towels tonight. I'm going to bring him from my own room. A little room service.
You still have fresh towels in your room?
Spicy honey chicken sandwich, whatever he wants.
Called strike 3. Breaking ball just above the belt. No offer by Dickey, and Ackenhausen records his 7th strikeout. Check that, 6th strikeout of the game. And a big first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I have a hard time believing you still have fresh towels.
No, I've been stealing them.
Oh, okay.
They don't. Yeah, I see that card. They better block that card up when I'm coming down the hall.
Those towels are at a premium.
They really are right now.
Now we'll see Griffin Merritt late swing, and it's 0-1.
Might have a little stockpile in my room, Bill. If you.
All right, I'll drop by.
Yeah, if you need one, just let me know.
Merritt had a single in the second, grounded out to short in the 6th, and Ackenhausen perfectly placed at the knees, inner half, and he gets ahead 0-2 with a called strike. Infield played straight up with the right-hander at the plate. 1 gone, bottom of the 6th. Ackenhausen fires to the right-hander, chopper towards short. Thompson coming over, takes it on the high hop, throw to first, right on the money to Trey Morgan, 2 gone.
About Nate Ackenhausen, guys. Wow. What is he up to now? 85 pitches.
And
what
again,
a warrior.
Again, his season high was just 67. He's far exceeded that now.
Man, we talked about it, Bill. We talked about it before the game and during the pregame.
Christian Moore at the plate, and this pitch short of the plate gets away from Milazzo. It's 1-0.
Every year in Omaha, a guy steps up that you didn't expect. Eric Berthelot, Ben Saxon. We could go on and on over the years. Nolan Kane.
Caleb Gilbert.
There you go.
This one swung on, fouled over the third base dugout, out of play, and it's 1-1 to Moore, who, by the way, hit into a double play in the second and was one of those 6 strikeouts for Ackenhausen in the 4th inning.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, and he sees lefties pretty good. This is a big out.
The 1-1
yes,
swung on, popped up. Morgan giving chase. Milazzo gave it a look, but it will get behind the screen at the first base dugout, out of play, but Ackenhausen gets ahead 1-2.
Oh, you're right, Doug. Statistically, coming into the game, we knew that Moore had the best average in the Tennessee lineup against lefty pitching. But so far, Ahuna, the leadoff hitter, has been the guy that's really given Ackenhausen trouble.
2 outs, and the home plate umpire needed to get his mask on. He was too busy watching where that foul ball went. Let's do. Here's the 1-2.
Come on, Blue.
Oh, strike three! Struck him out!
It's a good pitch.
At the letters, down on strikes goes Moore, who doesn't like it and will have a conversation with the home plate umpire, but Nate Ackenhausen. Strikeout number 7. And the Vols go in order here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-0 LSU leads. Let's head to the 7th in Omaha on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Action continues from Omaha in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 7th inning on a Tuesday night in Omaha. Along with Doug Thompson, Bill Franquez, Chris Blair here inside the booth. Taylor Sharp on controls in the Capital One studio. And I would guess 25,000 of our closest college baseball friends here taking in a 2-0 LSU lead into the 7th inning as Josh Pearson will lead it off for the Tigers. Josh 0 for 2 in the 9 spot so far tonight. A.J. Russell, relief pitcher for the Vols, delivers the first pitch, missed low, and it's 1-0.
Good out of there.
It's interesting, as good as A.J. Russell's numbers are, this is only his 3rd appearance in an NCAA tournament game.
That's a balk. Did he call a balk?
No, beach ball out of left.
Beach ball. The old beach ball.
Now somebody just lost 38 cents.
And look, there's another one coming right behind it. You see it out there? Look, here it comes already.
1 ball, no strikes to Pearson. Got the shift on with infielders shifted right of the right side of the diamond, but he'll pop this one up. Lots of foul territory in front of the first base dugout. Blake Burke handles it for out number 1. So 1 down, and now top of the order in Dylan Cruz. Dylan so far tonight 1 for 2, but Doug mentioned it earlier in his last at bat. Really seeing the ball well. Had a great at bat to get aboard on a walk in the first. Absolutely smashed a baseball that stayed in the park into the wind back in the 2nd inning, and then got a single, a rifle shot right at Christian Moore at second base. This first pitch from Russell misses high and inside. It's 1-0. So he faces the reliever Russell for the first time.
Different look here, but hopefully he's just seeing the ball well, period, tonight.
1-0. Full off speed, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just 2 free passes issued by the Vols tonight, including that leadoff one by Cruz way back in the 1st inning.
Russell's 1-1 pitch.
Yep.
Wow. Just thought it missed, but Cruz backed out. It's a strike on the inside corner, make it 1-2. Tennessee playing straight up in the infield here with Cruz, the right-handed hitter. Down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Russell fires and a strikeout. Cruz couldn't stay back. Down on strikes for the first time tonight. 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Tommy White comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. We've said it for 8 years. Due for something. And the LSU Tigers have been able to be effective with 2 outs in the inning
Told you that
here
beach
tonight.
ball is going to come back on the field.
Yeah, Tommy can just somehow find his way on base. Gives you a chance to see Trey Morgan, and Trey has been the Tigers' hottest hitter here in Omaha.
Again, they'll play straight up with the right-handed hitting White on the infield. The first pitch missed inside and high. Ball 1-0.
Final numbers on Drew Beam, the starter for the Vols. 5 2/3 innings, 2 runs, just 1 earned, 6 hits, walked just 2, struck out 9. Also hit a batter.
1-0 pitch. Strike on the outer half. Fastball at 94, and it's 1-1. Tommy White, by the way, batting .365 with 2 outs in the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down, nobody on. Russell fires, sharply hit ground ball, but right at Ahuna. He'll scoop it up, throw to first in time, and the Tigers go in order here in the top of the 7th inning. So we'll stretch it out at Charles Schwab. LSU takes a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the 7th. Tigers again will have Nate Ackenhausen heading to the mound. He'll face 6, 7, and 8. Burke, Denton, and Scott when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Blake Burke to lead it off for Tennessee in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Tigers leading 2-0. Ackenhausen, the first offering, as Burke squared to bunt, came up empty, but it's ruled ball 1-0. Pitch to the left-hander, this time looking to swing, and that's a strike on the outer half to even it up 1-1. Of course, much has been made this week about the new organist here at Charles Schwab Field. On loan from the Chicago Cubs is the 1-1. And did he go?
He didn't go.
Didn't go, and it looks like Burke says he was hit, so he will head down to first as Ackenhausen had that up and in.
How didn't he go, first of all? And secondly, I thought I heard the bat there a little bit.
Jay Johnson comes out of the dugout. He wants to talk and say, hey, I thought he went around. We'll take a look at a replay. Here's the pitch up and in.
No, yeah, it hit him. It hit him. All right.
Got him on the side of the wrist.
At that back wrist. I guess we're going to take a look at it. I wish I could whistle down there to Jay that everything looked to be clean up here. The bat did not go through the strike zone.
So it looks like they will challenge, but as Doug said, don't feel pretty good about this one, as they will go under review, presented by Acme Oyster House.
And this it's challenging to hit by pitch. The previous play is under review.
Yeah, it definitely hit him, and it'll stay where it is. This is the first leadoff runner that Ackenhausen has allowed since the 2nd inning, and only the 2nd of the game.
Well, it gives us a moment to talk about John Benedek, who is the new organist taking over here at the College World Series. A couple of things. One, we hear him play now, certainly talented. Gives you that old school baseball feel here, which is important. But have you seen the quote unquote organ he's playing?
No, haven't seen that.
Kind of looks like the keyboard you saw in middle school. I was kind of looking for something a little more.
Right, something very regal. Majestic.
I gotta believe the one at Wrigley is a little more.
So no pipes, no pipe.
No pipes.
Okay.
It's literally like the one if you decided to play keyboards.
Okay. Let's go into the music store and.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or order out of the service merchandise catalog. And we'll get the ruling.
The call is confirmed. Hit by pitch. Batter's awarded first base.
So tough break there as Ackenhausen puts the leadoff man aboard, as Doug said, for just the second time tonight here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Burke, who was 1 for 2, will be at first base, and now we'll see Zane Denton. But first, it looks like this may be all for Nate Ackenhausen, as Jay Johnson now with a slow walk out to the mound, and we see movement coming out of the bullpen in right for LSU.
Well, when this young man walks off the field, I hope every person in purple and gold are on their feet for him, because I'm not sure if many Tigers have ever deserved it as much as he has. I mean, this has been just shy of heroic from the Tigers left-hander, making his first start of the year here in Omaha.
Well, we saw Blake Money up and throwing. We saw Javen Coleman up and running, but it will be Riley Cooper who emerges from the bullpen, making his way to the mound for LSU. Tigers leading 2-0. Tennessee with a runner at first, nobody out in the bottom half of the 7th. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Tiger fans, we're in the heat of the season. When you're powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, you're always on the winning team. Right now, take advantage of our home run offers on our tractor packages that include 0% financing. Visit us at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends June 30th, 2023.
Unrivaled content, unprecedented access. LSU Gold, powered by Bayou Traditions, is the only place for exclusive behind-the-scenes content featuring your favorite LSU teams. It's all access to the Tigers, all year long, from pregame warm-ups to postgame celebrations and every moment in between. You can watch LSU Gold anywhere, anytime, and on your favorite device. Go to lsu.gold today to sign up for your free 7-day trial, so you can be there for each step of LSU's championship journeys. That's lsu.gold.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Getting back to it here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 2-0 LSU lead, and just an impressive, hard to find an adjective to describe the performance tonight of Nate Ackenhausen, who was called in to start for the first time for LSU. And now he'll hand the baseball over to Riley Cooper, who will make his second appearance here in Omaha. And Tennessee has a runner at first, nobody out. And we'll see Zane Denton coming to the plate, who's 0 for 2 so far on the night.
I think the word's heroic. I mean, I really do. The kid dug as deep as he possibly could, got you to 90 pitches, and kept zeros on the board for the first 6 innings.
Cooper fires. And misses somewhere maybe high, and it's 1-0 as the umpires had to tell the music being played here.
Maybe he should have focused on the pitch being thrown, because that was right down the middle.
He's had no trouble with the organist on timing. This one swung on and lifted foul over the first base dugout, out of play. And it evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
So Ackenhausen throws 93 pitches, 6 innings of work, no runs, though he is responsible for the runner at first. He gives up 4 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts.
1-1 to Denton. Ground ball to Thompson, diving. Can he flip it to Dugas? He does, with the relay to first, not in time. But an excellent job by Jordan Thompson, A, to get to that baseball, going to his left and sliding to keep it in the infield. And then the option pitch to Dugas to get the lead runner at second base for out number 1.
Yeah, if Thompson would have been able to circle around it, he could have stayed on his feet, but he robbed a base hit instead and got rid of it as quickly as possible. Dugas tried to turn it, but unfortunately that ball, the lob, just took a little too much time to get to him. And what's the call here?
I think Jay's looking for interference on the runner, base runner Burke. Don't know if he'll get it here, though.
I'll take that all day.
So Jay Johnson out there at the first base line, midway from home to first, talking with the field umpire here.
I think he slid right into the bag, though, and that'll be it. I had a clean slide, Bill, in the replay. I wasn't really focusing too much on it, but looked like he just slid right into the bag, which is what you're supposed to do.
So Cooper and the Tigers record out one here in the bottom of the 7th.
8 more.
Christian Scott now at the plate. Pitch to the left-hander.
Wait a
missed
minute.
inside.
That ball was right down the middle.
1-0. Scott tonight 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly ball out to center field. Runner at first. Cooper will bring it to the plate. That one inside and low. 2-0. Denton takes his lead off first. There's a fastball from Cooper on the inner half for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Riley Cooper making his 29th appearance this year for LSU. He's 4-3, 4.89 ERA.
2-1 pitch down
Yes,
the
sir.
middle. That'll make it 2-2.
That was on the black at the knees. A beautiful pitch. That's 3 strikes in this at bat.
Oh, wow. Just painted that outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Elevates a fastball, and Scott down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. Big second out of the inning.
Big Riley Cooper has been dialed in ever since that SEC tournament. It seems like he's pitching his best baseball.
So that will bring Cal Stark, the catcher, who was a strikeout victim to Ackenhausen back in the 3rd. Had a big battle at the plate.
Pinch hitter, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
think,
Tony Vitello coming out. He's going to elect for a pinch hitter here, as Stark did get aboard, hit by a pitch in the 5th inning.
46, Bill.
Yeah, Dylan Dreiling, who's a left-handed batter, to face the lefty Cooper. Now, Vitello did this also the first time these teams met on Saturday.
He sure did.
Dreiling was facing a right-handed pitcher at the time.
Dreiling hitting .295 on the year. Has 7 home runs, 2 triples, 6 doubles, 20 RBIs.
I had one at bat on Saturday in the same situation and was a strikeout victim.
I'll tell you, old Billy Franquez doesn't miss much, Chris.
No, he doesn't.
Dreiling, in fact, guys, I don't know if this is good or bad, he is hitless this year against lefty pitching.
Oh.
So let's make sure that Riley keeps it that way.
Runner at first, 2 down, bottom of the 7th, a 2-0 LSU lead. Riley Cooper on the mound. Dreiling at the plate. First pitch swung on and fouled out of play over the third base dugout. It's 0-1.
Strange choice, Billy. If that's the case, it's a strange choice.
Again, they'll move Thompson to second. Dugas to the shortstop position as the 0-1 missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now all but just a little bit of the left center field wall in the shade here. Just after the 8 o'clock hour Central Time. That one just missed outside. That'll make it 2-1 now to Dreiling.
Dreiling faced Paul Skeens as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning back on Saturday and was struck out looking.
Say, how'd that work out?
This one missed high from Cooper, and now 3-1.
So now you're really operating in a danger zone
Yep.
if you lose Dreiling, because Ahuna, looming on deck, has really swung the bat well tonight.
Denton will take a lead off of first. 2 down, a 3-1 count. Cooper fires way upstairs, and he will walk Dreiling, the pinch hitter. Runners now first and second for Ahuna, who, as Bill just told you, 2 for 3 at the plate for Tennessee. Had success, one of the few for the Volunteers against Ackenhausen tonight. He'll face Cooper for the first time.
But the pattern is still the same for LSU's defense and pitching staff. When they have run into trouble, there's been 2 outs on the scoreboard. Hopefully that makes a difference here.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball at 90 from Cooper finds the hole in the bat, and it's 0-1.
Huge AB.
Denton off of second, Dreiling off of first, and the 0-1 pitch. A ground ball towards Thompson, who bobbled it. And that will leave runners safe first, second, and third. Baseball giveth and baseball take away.
Took a bad hop at the last second. Thompson was charging in, so when you're moving in hard to the ball and it kicks up at the last minute, he just looked away and knew that Ahuna was running down the bases, knew he had to get rid of it quick. Tough one there.
So it brings Hunter Inslee, but before that, Jay Johnson again on his way out to the mound here.
Looks like he has Gavin Guidry and Blake Money. Guidry's not on the rubber yet. In fact, neither are on the rubber yet. So
yeah, I can't imagine he'd make
likely
a change
going to
here.
stick with Riley Cooper.
As much as he trusts Riley Cooper, I would think he'll stick with him.
It's just Inslee's a right-handed hitter.
Yeah, and Inslee's tough. I mean, Inslee hit the ball extremely well back on Saturday against the Tigers. Although he's 0 for 2 here today. It was 0 for 2 against Ackenhausen and was hit by a pitch.
A 284 hitter on the year.
Well, this inning started. Burke was hit by a pitch. Cooper came in for Ackenhausen. Denton aboard on a fielder's choice. They got the out at second. Dreiling walked. And then Ahuna reaching on a fielding error loads the bases here as Hunter Inslee comes to the plate. The pitch to the right-hander. Off speed but outside, 1-0. 2-0 LSU leads. Bases loaded here for Tennessee.
Need a break here.
Swing and a miss. Got him to chase off speed and off the plate. 1-1.
Beauty of a changeup.
Denton at third, Dreiling at second, Ahuna at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Cooper fires, swing and a miss. Another off-speed delivery, a little out to the right-hander, and Riley gets ahead 1-2.
Well, needless to say, biggest pitch of the game.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 pitch just missed outside as Inslee leaned in, gave it a look, but stays away.
Bill, I can't sit down. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. 2-0 LSU leads. The pitch way outside. Milazzo sliding to make the grab. And that will fill the count with nowhere to put Hunter Inslee.
He's going to go with a changeup here. I just have a feeling.
The payoff pitch. Ground ball down the line at first. Morgan gloves it. Steps on the bag. Hello, Fresno, California, and Riley Cooper celebrates as he makes his way to the dugout. Tennessee strands 3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And LSU keeps a 2-0 lead. No runs, no hits, 1 error on the Tigers, and 3 men left on for the Volunteers. We head to the top of the 8th. 2-0 LSU on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim.
We're on the air. Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Live from Omaha and the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
You ever heard the saying, dodging a bullet? LSU did there in the bottom of the 7th inning with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Riley Cooper elicits a slow dribbling but spinning ground ball down the first base line, and Trey Morgan literally gloved it and put his foot on the bag for out number 3. Tigers come to the plate here in the top of the 8th with a 2-0 lead. Trey Morgan will lead it off. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Morgan, Dugas, and Beloso. Trey tonight 2 for 3 has had an incredible College World Series thus far. New pitcher on the mound, Aaron Combs, will take over for Tennessee. Another right-hander. And he will fire. And a fastball for a strike to set up Morgan 0-1.
Yeah, Morgan's now 5 for 10 here in Omaha, with a pair of doubles and a triple.
Combs looks in, leans in, and now fires, and it's going to hit.
Take that.
Yep. Hit Trey Morgan. He tried to spin out of the way, but gets a piece of him. And LSU, good sign. Morgan's okay. And secondly, they've got the leadoff man aboard.
So second time LSU has seen Aaron Combs in this College World Series. He's a redshirt sophomore, 6'3", 190 out of Sarasota, Florida. Combs making his 26th appearance. He's 4-0, 2.57 ERA, 21 innings, just 6 runs on 14 hits allowed, 7 walks, and 39 strikeouts. But Morgan on board after the hit by pitch.
Gavin Dugas to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Had a single in the 6th inning. Fires a pitch, and that's going to catch Dugas up near the head and neck area. He's all right as he squared to bunt, but Combs a little wild here, and he puts runners first and second for LSU with back-to-back hit by pitch.
And that looked like it went in one ear hole and out the other. Dugas hustled down to first base. He seemed to be okay. It also sounded like it caught flesh. Let's see where it hit him. No, it hit him in the front shoulder. Almost got him right on the chin. Man, that was a close one. That's the 134th time the Tigers have been hit by a pitch this season.
All right, so what do you do?
Bunt.
Bunting has not been kind to the Tigers.
No,
it has been kind once when Dugas laid it down.
It hasn't, but look what you've got on. You know, Dugas can run a little bit. Beloso, he's not the fastest on the team, so double play would be pretty easy to turn.
Beloso at the plate, who is 2 for 2, also reached by way of walk in the 6th inning as Combs will turn and look back Morgan to second base.
Beloso did show bunt. Look for him to try to push it down the third base line, but Tony Vitello will come out before that after 2 hit by pitches. There is a right-hander that is tossing or warming down in the bullpen. We'll see if he goes.
So Vitello makes the slow walk out with his orange laces. And they will make a pitching change, we assume, with the right-hander looking ready down in the pen. They'll bring the infield in, meet on the mound. Yep. And now he'll make the call. So a pitching change for Tennessee. Aaron Combs, short outing just like on Saturday. A little wild to say the least. Pitching change powered by Sunshine and your local Louisiana hometown John Deere dealer. We'll be back. No outs. Runners first and second for the Tigers. They lead 2-0 here at the top of the 8th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, we're in the heat of the season. When you're powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, you're always on the winning team. Right now, take advantage of our home run offers on our tractor packages that include 0% financing. Visit us at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends June 30th, 2023.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers leading 2-0 here. Top of the 8th inning. Elimination game in Omaha this Tuesday night. And Aaron Combs came in to start the top of the 8th inning and hit the first two batters, Morgan and Dugas. They stand first and second. Nobody out. They'll go to Seth Halverson out of the bullpen. Halverson we also saw on Saturday night went an inning and 2/3. So the right-hander comes in. He'll face Cade Beloso, who again is 2 for 2 and a walk so far tonight.
Halverson, right-hander, 3-3, 3.83 ERA, 25th appearance for the Vols, 51 2/3 innings. He's given up 39 hits, 22 earned runs. He's walked 16, struck out 52. Opponent batting average of just .202 on the year for Halverson. He did pitch against the Tigers back on Saturday here in Omaha. An inning and 2/3. He was charged with 2 runs on 2 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 2.
Yeah, his fastball will be 96 to 100. Curveball will be up in the high 70s. He'll throw a slider in the mid 80s and a changeup in the high 80s. He bumped 98, 99 several times the other night against the Tigers.
Pitch to Beloso. Pops him up.
They took
into
the
left
off.
field. Jared Dickey going back and settles under it. Trey Morgan took off from second, but he'll put on the brakes and head back to the bag, as that's the first out of the inning. So Beloso pops up, retired for the first time tonight. We'll see Jordan Thompson. Thompson asked twice, trying to lay down a bunt, and popped it up on both occasions. Once to the third baseman Denton down the line at third. Last time to Drew Beam, the pitcher, on the first base line. So with runners first and second and 1 out, Thompson with a chance. First delivery and a strike from Halverson will make it 0-1.
Boy, you know Thompson wants to make something happen right now. He has struggled his last 6 or 7 at bats.
The 0-1 missed away. Good eye, and it's 1-1.
Thompson on the year, 281 batting average with runners in scoring position. He's had some huge hits in his career, especially in the postseason.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one hammered down the line, but foul in left by maybe half a foot.
Oh, Billy.
That was it right there.
Oh,
that
man.
would have turned it around for Jordan Thompson. So close.
That would have scored 2 runs.
Foul ball makes it 1-2 now to Thompson. As now Charlie Taylor, who took over as catcher for the Volunteers, will give the infield signs. He'll head back behind the plate here with just 1 out. Runners first and second. Tigers leading 2-0. Thompson readies the bat. And now Tony Vitello on a swift sprint. Well, not a sprint, but a quick walk on his way to the mound. So time called here.
There is another right-hander throwing, but I wouldn't expect him to take Halverson out in a 1-2 count.
Maybe just a strategy session here.
He's got Camden Sewell.
They are going to go to the pin.
Yeah, Sewell, the right-hander, who's a guy that Vitello really trusts. We also saw him back on Saturday.
Yeah, he pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. on Saturday. So another pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Still just one out, top of the 8th. Tigers have runners first and second with Thompson at the plate looking at a 1-2 count. They'll go to Sewell coming out of the bullpen. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Live from Omaha and the College World Series, this is
Tiger fans, we're in the heat of the season. When you're powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, you're always on the winning team. Right now, take advantage of our home run offers on our tractor packages that include 0% financing. Visit us at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends June 30th, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
live from Omaha and the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Another pitching change for Tennessee here in the top of the 8th inning. LSU leading 2-0. But a semi-threat here with just one out. Runners first and second. They'll call upon Camden Sewell once again out of the bullpen for the Volunteers.
Camden Sewell making his second appearance against the Tigers here in Omaha. The right-hander for Tennessee making his 15th appearance. 4-0, 4.12 ERA, 24 innings, 20 hits, 11 runs. He's walked 13, struck out 31. Just a .235 opponent batting average. Sewell back on Saturday against LSU. Worked an inning, gave up a run on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout.
Jordan Thompson's got a 1-2 count here. He's got 4 pitches to choose from: fastball, curve, slider, or a change. Fastball will be 85 to 89. The curveball will be in the mid-70s. The slider will be in the upper 70s, and his changeup will also sit in the low 80s, upper 70s.
So Sewell looks in with a 1-2 count. Thompson awaits.
Heads
Foul
up.
back just below us. Still remains 1-2. Jay Johnson, of course, during that entire sequence while Sewell was making his way out, taking his warm-up tosses, he and Jordan Thompson locked together in a conversation here. As Jordan trying to make something happen with 1 out and runners on. This one hit down the line in left and coming down once again, foul.
Goodness.
Wow. Again, Jordan just a little early on that off-speed pitch from Sewell. Tiger shortstop is just 1 for 11 in this College World Series, but the big swing here will erase all of that.
Sewell from the stretch again. The 1-2 pitch. Missed outside. Good take by Thompson.
Good take.
2-2. Morgan hit by a pitch. Dugas hit by a pitch. Morgan at second. Dugas at first. Just 1 out. 2-2 delivery. Ground ball towards the shortstop. This could be 2. Ahuna flips it and Moore dropped it.
Oh my goodness.
They're going to say that he is out at second, but no chance for the double play. Missed on the transfer. Runners will be safe first and third.
Wow, man, we got to talk about that. Here comes Jay Johnson. Let's see if it was indeed on the transfer. It was.
Yep.
So they out-recorded at second base, but fortunately for LSU, Moore can't hang on to it to make the relay, and LSU's still alive in this inning.
Yeah, that was a double play all day, but now you got a guy like Joe Bear who with one swing of the bat can do a lot of damage.
Braden 0 for 3 tonight. Again, coming into tonight's game, Joe Bear batting .500. In the previous 4 meetings against Tennessee, 6 of 12 with 3 runs scored, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, and has driven in 2 runs. He's got Morgan now at third after Tennessee unable to turn the double play. Thompson at first. Joe Bear, the left-hander. Sewell looks in. First pitch. Off speed, missed outside, 1-0.
Let's go, Joby. Let's go, Joby.
Joe Bear on the year, a .268 hitter with runners in scoring position.
And again, we'll have Charlie Taylor, the catcher, send some signals to the right side of the infield. They'll bring Blake Burke off of Thompson, holding it first. He'll set back well behind the first base bag. Runner goes. The pitch is going to hit Joe Bear, and that one is going to sting a little bit. Off speed, luckily enough, but still Joe Bear a little gingerly making his way down the first base line.
Yeah, that one stung him.
My thought, Doug, was Sewell is primarily an off-speed breaking ball pitcher. Taylor is the backup catcher. Maybe one gets away from Taylor and the Tigers can steal a run from third. We'll see.
I love it, Bill. I love your thinking here.
But Alex Milazzo may drive him in anyway.
Yeah, will they throw him a lot of breaking balls is the question.
Yeah.
So now the base is loaded with 2 outs. Milazzo at the plate. Sewell
fires,
fires, and it gets away from Taylor all the way to the backstop. Here comes Morgan, and the Tigers make it 3-0. Bill Franquez, the soothsayer, here in the booth.
That was the greatest call of all time, Bill.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And there was logic and reason behind it. Not just maybe we'll get a wild pitch here. Billy, you're the best, I swear.
Well, had he not hit Joe Bear on the pitch before, it probably may have gotten by Taylor as well, and then Taylor couldn't handle that breaking pitch either.
3-0 on the wild pitch. Morgan comes in to score. Runners advance second and third. Still 2 outs. Milazzo at the plate with a 1-0 count. Swings. Little tapper in front of the mound. Sewell going to pick it up and throw to first to Burke in time for out number 3. But LSU scratching, clawing, trying to find the runs on this Tuesday night, and they get 1 run on no hits. And they leave 2 men on. We move now to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-0 Fighting Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Fighting Tiger Baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Oh, it's been a roller coaster ride here tonight in this elimination affair between Tennessee and LSU, and the Tigers lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. But first, they've got to go retrieve another beach ball. By the way, gives us a moment to tell you that LSU makes a change in right field. Paxton Kling, the freshman out of Pennsylvania, will take over in right for Braden Jobert.
Yeah, that ball hit Jobert right on the front of his knee on that right leg. He couldn't have hit it more square. I mean, right above the knee, right on the side. Hopefully that thing loosens up quickly.
Riley Cooper back out on the mound. Jared Dickey at the plate. The pitch to the left-hander missed low, and it's 1-0. Tonight's game brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. Here's the 1-0. Fastball for a strike from Cooper, and it's 1-1.
No action in the LSU bullpen.
Cooper about to deliver his 22nd pitch tonight in relief. The 1-1 to Dickey. Fouled and hit over the third base dugout of Tennessee. Cooper gets ahead 1-2. Tigers tonight 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Tennessee scoreless, 4 hits and 1 error. The 1-2 to Dickey. Slapped and opposite field down the line in left. Pearson will glove it. Dickey will make the turn but stop at first base. That'll be the 5th hit of the night for the Volunteers. Good piece of hitting. Put the bat where the pitch was and drives it down the left field line. We'll bring Griffin Merritt to the plate. Merritt 1 for 3 on the night.
And that will get, looks like Gavin Guidry moving in the Tigers bullpen.
Tennessee with a leadoff man aboard. Riley Cooper fires the first pitch. That heater missed high, 1-0. Cooper again, an inning and a third on Saturday through 22 pitches. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Merritt with a single in the second. A couple of ground outs to Thompson.
Boy, I'll
the
take
4th
a ground
and
out
6th.
to Thompson right now. Ooh.
1-1. There it is. Ground ball to Thompson. Scoops it up. Gets it to Dugas. Relay to first. Morgan's got it. Double play.
Billy, we're on fire up
nice
here right
call,
now,
Ted Thompson.
How about that? You can't hit a more tailor-made double play than that.
So 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th. That will bring Christian Moore to the plate.
Well, I love the fact that Moore is at the plate with nobody on base. That's huge.
Bill.
Cooper delivers the first pitch.
And that's
hit
why.
in the air to left center field. Cruz playing in, has to chase. It'll take a bounce on the track. He'll barehand it off the track and whip it back into the infield. But a 2-out double off the bat of Moore. And boy, that double play, you guys said it, means a lot.
Oh, it's so big. Lefty-lefty matchup now.
All right, Riley just needs to reset here.
That's it. Got a base open, can be aggressive to Burke. Make things difficult for him. 4 to go.
13th double of the year by Christian Moore. He'll take a lead off second. 2 outs, another left-hander. Blake Burke, the first baseman. Fastball missed away for the left-hander. It's 1-0. Cooper's 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, soft bouncer. Coming in. Thompson makes the play, throws to first, and that will do it for Tennessee. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 man left on. We head to the top of the 9th inning. LSU leading 3-0 over the Volunteers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
A $27.5 million gift from Shell will help found the LSU Institute for Energy Innovation. Lee Stockwell, Shell leader and LSU alum.
This is a flagship opportunity for Shell. It is an opportunity that enables us to emphasize our continued commitment to Louisiana and to the energy transition of the region.
Shell is the rhythm of Louisiana.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net. Live from Omaha and the College World Series, this is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the ninth inning here on Tuesday night. Elimination Tuesday. LSU leading 3-0 over Tennessee in the second meeting here in Omaha. Fifth meeting on the year between the Vols and the Tigers. LSU comes to the plate. Pearson to lead it off, followed by Cruz and White. Sewell fires high and outside, ball one. Pearson tonight 0 for 3.
About a leadoff base runner, a Cruz double, and a Tommy White single to lead it off.
The 1-0. Missed outside again. Make it 2-0 to Pearson.
Pearson looking to get on for the first time tonight. Tigers definitely would like some insurance.
Sewell winds. The right-hander fires the 2-0 pitch. Missed inside, ball 3. Pearson awaits. Sewell fires to the plate. Take was on. It's a called strike, 3-1. Three balls, one strike to the leadoff hitter here in the top of the ninth. Pitch to Pearson. Strike on the outer half, and that'll make it 3-2.
That was close.
Pearson readies the bat, chokes up a bit, and the payoff delivery.
Attaboy.
Missed inside, ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard. Sewell gives up his first walk of the night, 14th on the year. LSU has the leadoff man aboard, and will head to the top of the order in Dylan Cruz.
No way he's bunting here, Doug.
No, sir. Double.
There we
He's
go.
hitting a double here. And then Tommy White is going to drive in runs 100 and 101.
Sewell fires to Cruz. Popped him up near the first base dugout.
Out.
Burke will come over, give it a look, but it's behind the screen and into the seats out of play, and it's 0-1.
Best dad in the world just came down with that one. His son cannot believe it. That's awesome. The kid's crying. That's awesome. Probably 5 years old. He's the happiest kid in the ballpark right now with that souvenir off the bat of Dylan Cruz.
Sewell from the stretch. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Oh, 0-2 the count. Runner at first. Nobody out. Top of the ninth. Pitch to Cruz. Good take. Good eye. Missed high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cruz tonight 1 for 3. Aboard on a walk. Scored the first run of the game back in the first inning. His single came in the 5th inning. Sewell. The 1-2 delivery. Off speed. Cruz launches it in the air to right. Going back. Christian Scott to the track, to the wall. This baby's gone! Dylan Cruz with a 2-run blast. And the Tigers extend the lead 5-0. Who thought you couldn't get a baseball out of this park tonight? Dylan Cruz with home run number 18. Hey now.
Well, Billy, at the break, you said I'm going to stay around for a couple more runs before I head down there. There you go, partner. How about that? An 0-2. Was that 0-2 or 1-2?
1-2.
1-2 count. I think I just broke my hand.
Dylan Cruz, 18 home runs on the year, 69 RBI.
Tommy White swings and misses at the first offering. It's 0-1. Sewell now has given up 2 home runs all season. That one to Dylan Cruz here on Tuesday night in Omaha. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. Gets ahead, 0-2 does Camden Sewell.
Dylan Cruz also now has 102 hits on the season.
White stays away, missed high and outside. 2-2.
That moves him into the all-time single-season top 10 at LSU for single-season hits.
1-2, swing and a miss. Slider got him. White down on strikes. That records the first out of the inning here in the top of the ninth. Came into this year, knew what Dylan Cruz was all about. Type of player, type of young man he's been in his 3 years now at LSU. As Tony Vitello calling for time, he's going to make the slow walk out to the mound here. But the ability and the power to go to all fields. Struggled last night, extended the reach base streak, but not a Dylan Cruz game up to his standards. Going 0 for 4, but boy, when the Tigers were needing something late in this one, how about go into the bullpen, over the fence and right to make it a 5-0 LSU advantage. They're going to make a pitching change, so they'll bring a left-hander in from the bullpen. So a 5-0 LSU lead, 1 out, top of the ninth. Bases empty, and it'll be Trey Morgan at the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Tiger fans, we're in the heat of the season. When you're powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, you're always on the winning team. Right now, take advantage of our home run offers on our tractor packages that include 0% financing. Visit us at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends June 30th, 2023.
Unrivaled content, unprecedented access. LSU Gold, powered by Bayou Traditions, is the only place for exclusive behind-the-scenes content featuring your favorite LSU teams. It's all access to the Tigers all year long, from pregame warm-ups to postgame celebrations and every moment in between. You can watch LSU Gold anywhere, anytime, and on your favorite device. Go to lsu.gold today to sign up for your free 7-day trial, so you can be there for each step of LSU's championship journeys. That's lsu.gold.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the ninth inning, Tuesday night, Charles Schwab Field, Omaha, Nebraska College World Series. LSU facing elimination, Tennessee facing elimination. Tigers led early, 1-0 after an inning of play. And then a bunch of zeros on the scoreboard. Tigers would get another run in the top of the sixth, another in the eighth, and then Dylan Cruz unloads to right field over the fence for a 2-run blast to make it 5-0 as Tennessee will ask Kirby Connell, again, another pitcher for the Vols that LSU saw on Saturday night for a third of an inning, will come in. Again, just 1 out, bases empty. Trey Morgan at the plate. Trey tonight 2 for 3, was hit by a pitch last time in the 8th and scored that run in the 8th inning. Left-hander fires. Morgan, bouncer towards first, going to be handled by the second baseman. Covering is going to be Connell, and just in time able to get to the bag as Burt committed to go after the ground ball. Got by him, but a great job by Christian Moore to stay focused, locked in, and made the play to Connell for out number 2.
Yeah, nice defensive play there on the in-between play.
Kirby Connell, the lefty for Tennessee, 5'11", 210, senior out of Johnson City, Tennessee. On the year for the Vols, this will be his 33rd appearance of the year, 1-0, 3.68 ERA.
So now he'll face Gavin Dugas. 1 for 3, had a single in the 6th inning. Also was hit by a pitch in the 8th inning.
Connell, not an overpowering fastball, 84 to 88. He'll also throw a curveball and a changeup.
Pitch misses, gets away from Charlie Taylor slightly, and it's 1-0 to Gavin Dugas. Winner of this game takes on Wake Forest, so far undefeated here in Omaha. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. 1-0 to Gavin, misses outside, make it 2-0. Tigers 5 runs on 7 hits tonight. The pitch, and this one off the bat and the leg of Dugas, who will jog up the first base line. You could hear him after he caught the baseball on the leg, but he's all right, as we've seen so many times in his career. He can take a beating and keep on smiling and keep on playing. 2-1 now the count. Connell does his lunge, and now the left-hander fires. Missed outside as Dugas loaded the bat but stayed back. 3-1. Connell's 3-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner this time to fill the count 3-2. Pearson aboard on a walk to start the inning, then Dylan Cruz. Home run to right field. Connell's payoff pitch. Dugas swings, fouls it as it rolls towards the third base dugout of the Vols. Still 3-2. Payoff pitch. Miss low. And Gavin Dugas will earn a 2-out walk. Extends the inning for LSU here. And that will bring to the plate Cade Beloso.
Take another run or two. I mean,
nothing wrong with that at all.
I mean, you know, stay here all night and watch him bat.
We'll definitely see Riley Cooper on the hill for the Tigers to start the bottom of the ninth.
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah,
so
no action in the Tiger pen right now. Riley in line to pick up a save if he finishes the game, and the Tigers hang on.
Little time there as they get the spectacles out to Gavin Dugas. He'll put them on. Now take his lead off first. Pitch to Beloso. Missed outside from Connell, and it's 1-0. Cade tonight in the 5 spot. 2 for 3. Couple of singles. One with a ribby back in the first. Also aboard on a walk. The 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air. Shallow left field. On the run is Dickey. Still running. And it will drop down in front of him. Dugas around second. Will make it to third. And sliding in is Beloso into second base. Cade with his 3rd knock of the night. Perfectly placed. No chance for Denton, who was backpedaling initially, and Dickey was shaded towards left center. He had to run 2 miles just to get within a couple of feet of it, but could not make the play.
Yeah, a normal baseball park, that's probably an easy out, but again, so cavernous out there. It's just so much space to cover. Well placed, and here's Jordan Thompson with a big chance here to add a couple more runs.
Thompson 0 for 4. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the 8th inning when Tennessee was unable to turn 2.
Well,
Again, he's got runners second and third here. Big opportunity with 2 outs. A swing and a bouncer to third. Going to be handled by Denton. He will throw to first to Burke in time for out number 3. The Tigers, though, big blast by Dylan Cruz here in the top of the 9th. Extends the lead 5-0. 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2 men on. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for Tennessee on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball in the College World Series on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the ninth inning, Tennessee comes to the plate trailing LSU 5-0. As expected, Riley Cooper continues on the mound for the Tigers. Zane Denton to lead it off. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up. This one swung on by Denton. Puts a load into this one to center field. Cruz going back, gets to the track, and he makes the play.
Wow.
1 down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Wow, indeed, by Dylan Cruz, who just knows where to go. It's instinctual. He gets to the spot and then stops, looks up, and the ball lands in his glove.
I mean, he ran on his horse straight back, I'd say a solid 60 to 80 feet, and was almost camped out underneath it at the base of the warning track. Holy smokes, that was a great play.
Christian Scott to the plate. The first pitch from Cooper, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Fifth meeting of the year between the Vols and Tigers. Tigers lead 5-0 here in Omaha. Cooper's pitch misses high, 1-1.
2 more outs, buddy.
The 1-1 swung on, sent foul over the third base dugout into the seats, and Cooper ahead 1-2. Riley Cooper's second appearance here. Came in on Saturday, as we mentioned, with an inning and a third to close it out. Picked up his first save of the year. The 1-2 ground ball foul down the first base line.
Oh.
Still 1-2 the count to Scott, who tonight in the 8th spot is 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a flyout. Cooper's 1-2 pitch.
Yep.
Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU as Cooper with his second strikeout in relief, and that will bring Charlie Taylor, the late game replacement for the starting catcher. He will come and bat for the first time tonight. Defensive change, by the way. Ben DePaul took over at second base for Gavin Dugas, so defensively he's in at second. Tigers looking for 1 out here to stay alive in Omaha.
Yeah, let's see if Napolt's glove works. Just a little ground ball tested out here.
Kavares Tears will actually come in to bat for Taylor. So the left-hander stands in. First pitch a little high at the letters, and it's 1-0. Tears with his 56th plate appearance. Saw him a couple of times in Baton Rouge as a pinch hitter. Batting .309. Yep. There's a fastball down the middle for a strike to even it up 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, these two lefties tonight.
The 1-1 in the air to left field. Pearson on the run. Pearson on the track. Over the shoulder. Makes the grab. Tigers win. Tigers win. They defeat Tennessee in shutout fashion here in Omaha by a final of 5-0. And Tennessee headed back to Rocky Top for the summer to get ready for 2024. LSU stays alive here in the College World Series with an absolute historic performance by a couple of left-handers. Nate Ackenhausen with the start. First start of the year. He's the first LSU Tiger to get his first career start in the College World Series, and boy, oh boy, did he deliver. Riley Cooper comes in, does the rest of the work, and LSU, with a blast from Dylan Cruz in the top of the ninth, pull away 5-0 for the victory. Coming up, we crank up the Fighting Tiger 10th inning show. We celebrate an LSU win. And we talk about moving on here in the College World Series. Again, the final, LSU 5, Tennessee 0 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, we're in the heat of the season. When you're powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, you're always on the winning team. Right now, take advantage of our home run offers on our tractor packages that include 0% financing. Visit us at sunequip.com.